Hello, friends, and welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. A little Cowboys versus Bengals watch party on tap for you guys today. I am excited to see what happens in this particular game. I think things are going to go well in terms of potentiality. It's almost kind of a win-win game at some capacity. If you win the game, obviously you won. Yay! Maybe you feel better about Mike McCarthy. Even if you end up losing, that's okay too, because you end up with a higher draft pick. We'll talk about the draft pick implications in this particular game because there are some fairly significant ones involved here in terms of what could end up going down and everything along those lines. Because these are two teams that, simply put, are not very good. They're bad football teams. 3-9 versus 2-9-1. These are not good teams. Both these teams are banged up, especially on the offensive line. The Cowboys, we made a big deal about their bad offensive line. The Bengals' defensive line is pretty much equally as bad, and if not outright worse. The defenses have not been great for either team on that point either. So, what I want you guys to do here is predict the score of Cowboys against the Bengals. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll give some shout-outs here as these start to flow in, because I think there should be some dichotomy in terms of what we're going to end up seeing with these predictions here. So I see everyone saying, I love you, Tom. I appreciate that. Thank you, I guess, on that one there. I see 27-23 Bengals from Sohan. I see 23-17 from Colin, also Bengals. 23-19 Cowboys from Big Play Slay, our resident Eagles fan here. 23-17 Bengals and 23-17 Boys from Brian and Legion, respectively. 31-28 from Xavier. 21-7 Corey. Didn't put your team in, though. Remember, let me know which team, because this is not 2016 or 18 or 19 Cowboys, where we just always pick the Cowboys to win. 28-17 Cowboys from Johnny Montgomery. 30-14 Cowboys from Irick. Tom Downey says 27-10 Cowboys. Gamer Killer says 0-0 overtime. That doesn't sound particularly fun, but hey, that's where we're at right now. I see a 63-0 Bengals from Concrank. Wow. 27-10 Tom Downey again. And 27-13 Patrick. Now, I know most of you guys watching right now are Cowboys fans, and I consider that to be a very, very good thing. So, if you haven't already, I want you guys to like the video. Help us out here. We got 249 people watching right now, and that number still going up now over 250. It'll be 300 here in moments. 42 likes here. As a reminder, since I am doing this production solo today, I will be drinking for any and all super chats that come in. So if you guys get some, and I'll make sure I'll be able to monitor here on I got 4 screens on right here. We got Megadesk going right now. 5 if you include the actual television for the game. If you haven't already, I want you guys to like this particular video. So I want to get to at least 100 before kickoff. I think we'll be able to do that, but if not, I'll be fairly disappointed. Now, the Cowboys have been bad. We'll keep that in mind. I do want to make note that the Cowboys, fun fact, are actually the favorite in this particular game, which maybe feels a little weird, but hey, here we are. That's what's currently going on for the Dallas Cowboys. They are favored in this matchup. So I see a super chat from Scratch and Slice right off the bat. I'll drink to that, my friend. Thank you. Ooh, and put the beer can up so you can hear it crack. There we go. Bottoms up. Cowboys are favored by 3 in this game, which, I find fairly interesting. It's not exactly something that I had expected this game to turn out. I think this is going to be I don't want to use the word ugly, but I think it's going to be a fairly ugly game. This is not what I would really consider a good football team on either side. I think both of these teams are fairly poor. Now, with that in mind, the Cowboys being a 3-point favorite, you can bet on this game with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet, and I'll get this link in the comments right now for you guys. Chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys125. That'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. And for the rest of today only, it will get you guys hooked up with a Dak Prescott jersey as well. The last time we're going to do this for a while, so get in while you guys still can. Once you've signed up and deposited, again, it's only for new BetUS customers only, email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. Email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, and we'll get you guys hooked up. So, a couple steps in this process, right? Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code that you see at the bottom of your screen. That is Cowboys125. Then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, once you guys have signed up and deposited, and we'll get you guys hooked up with a Cowboys jersey. Let's talk more about this particular game here for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of what might end up happening in this one. I am excited to see what ends up happening in terms of Zeke Elliott's play. He is dealing with another injury, and which is always, I think, a bit frustrating for the Cowboys. It's now a calf bruise for Zeke Elliott. So keep that in mind. I don't know exactly how limited he's going to be in this game, but you might see a little bit more Tony Pollard than what we've come to expect out of this Cowboys team. Now, it's a new injury. It wasn't a thing last week against the Ravens. It is back this week, though. Also still dealing with his hamstring strain. But he is active. He is playing in this one. So with that in mind, some inactives for tonight's, or I should say today's game. I'm used to playing all these evening games. Now I got a 1 o'clock Eastern kick, right? No surprise, Ben DiNucci. He's inactive. Malik Turner is inactive. One active player on offense that I do want to make note of is Tyler Biadasz. He was activated from IR earlier this week. I was surprised that they activated him. Despite that, he is not expected to start. It is going to be Joe Looney at center, which I am of the mindset, if you're going to activate Tyler Biadasz, why not just play him? Now, maybe he's not 100% there, but you had Adam Redmond who you cut to make room for him, so okay, I guess that's the path that they ended up going. Elianaku, the player the Cowboys traded for from the Houston Texans, he is also inactive, which means that the unheralded, Rondell Carter is going to be out there today for the Cowboys. I don't think very much on rundowns. I think you'll see him in the opportunities the Cowboys have as a rotational 3 technique, mostly rushing on the inside on passing downs. We'll see how often he actually ends up being out there. All right, some more inactives here. Oh, look, Bradley and I, once again, not being able to go. It is ridiculous. I think it is stupid. He is once again not active for the Cowboys. Dorrance Armstrong will get the nod over him instead because, of course, he gets the nod over him instead. Luke Gifford, he's out, was just activated after being suspended for violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy. He's back, but out. And then Anthony Brown and Donovan Wilson are both not going to be able to go. Chidobe Awuzie, not listed on the inactives. He's also out, however. He's on the reserve COVID list. We'll talk about the secondary. Before we do, though, I think we got to try and free some players, guys. This is getting a little bit ridiculous to me, quite simply. It is time to free an eye, so spam free an eye in the comment section, and free Robinson, meaning Reggie Robinson as well. The Cowboys keep playing Dorrance Armstrong and Darian Thompson over their young rookie players. Folks, season's over. We have to accept that. Even if you win out, you've got like a 5 or 10% chance maximum of even winning the division. It's not going to happen. So I want you guys to spam free an eye and free Robinson for me in the comments section. Because it's time. These teams are not good. At least this team is not good. Play your young guys. I am begging this organization to simply treat this like the preseason. Because they're not going to make a ton of moves. It's simply not in the cards for this organization. So I am of the mindset, if you're Dallas, you got to get some of these guys out there. Give them a chance to show what they are able to do. So, again, I mentioned the offensive line. They're not going to have – they have Tyler Biadasz active. Apparently, though, he's not going to start for them, which is a whole separate conversation here in terms of where things are currently at with this team. But, hey, whatever. Maybe they're just being cautious there. But free an eye, free Robinson. It is truly all I want right now, just to get those guys out there and healthy. Now, I do want to focus in on the secondary a little bit more because there are some new names getting playing time today for the Dallas Cowboys. Xavier Woods and Jordan Lewis are kind of starters. I will make note that Jordan Lewis wasn't a planned starter for this organization. Xavier Woods, from where the Cowboys wanted to be in week 1 and where they want to be now, is the only full-on starter right now for this team. At cornerback, set to start, obviously Jordan Lewis in the nickel. Rashard Robinson, not Reggie. He's going to be a backup safety. You're also in a position where you're going to have to rely on Savion Smith. Chris Westry also got the call up this week from the practice squad. His first time being a member of the Cowboys active game day and even just 53-man roster. So Westry's going to be your CB3. CJ Goodwin might be your backup, but you don't really want him to play at all because he's really a special teamer. You have Deontay Burton. He's probably your next man up at corner. Long story short, this is profoundly thin. This is not a deep secondary right now. In fact, it is the thinnest that I can ever remember in Dallas Cowboys history. That's just how bad things are right now for this team with where things are at when it relates to that secondary. But it is also Brandon Allen on the other side. So who knows? Maybe things will end up being okay for the Cowboys. Now, the current draft order as we sit, this game matters for this. Jets and Jags, Cowboys probably aren't going to be able to catch them. But the Bengals can get very close to locking up that number 3 spot. If they lose against the Cowboys, which is by far their most winnable game left on their schedule, that puts them in a great spot to suck for Sewell and lock up that number 3 pick. If you're the Cowboys, you're still trying to win games. That's what coaches and players do. But if you lose, you might get a number 3 overall pick, and then you can take Penei Sewell or trade it or trade down multiple times. So that's why Team Tank is feeling at least okay about where things sit currently. So with that in mind, get your votes in here, and then I'm going to get to Troy's Super Chat. What do you want Dallas to do today? Type W for win or type in L for lose. What do you guys want the Dallas Cowboys to do against the Bengals? I am of this mindset. Winning games for this Cowboys team is kind of like doing it with versus without a condom. It feels better to win games in the moment. It feels better to do it without one. That is just simply a fact. But maybe it's not in your best long-term interest. But you know, it'll probably be fine. So if you want to win the game, I get it. I'm not going to argue against it. I'm not going to tell you how to cheer or cheer against the team when it comes to the Cowboys. But if you lose, hey, maybe you feel good about that. This is a game the Cowboys should win. This is not a good Bengals football team. And if McCarthy can't beat them, maybe you got some concerns about McCarthy going forward. As your votes come in, Troy Daniels Super Chat here. If they're not going to utilize Anai, why not trade him and see what you can get for him and let him play? Get caught off there. And let him play elsewhere. It is stupid he isn't playing. The problem is he was a 5th-round pick, so you're not going to get a 5th-round pick back. You'll get maybe a 6th-round pick, and at that point, I would rather just use him. Like, hope the Cowboys change their mind and get him out there on the field. So, fair question, Troy. I would like to see the Cowboys just, do the right thing and be like, yeah, we're going to play the 5th-round pick that we all like quite a bit. We'll see if that ends up happening. As of right now, that's not where the Cowboys are at. Hopefully, it changes in the very near future. Let's talk Andy Dalton now, the Cowboys quarterback who's been so far this season. This is a potential revenge game for Andy Dalton because this is against his old team. Now, I think Dalton was hoping this game would have meant more for him and even for the Bengals because, again, 3-9 versus 2-9-1, not exactly a stunning matchup involved here today. But it could be a potential revenge game for Andy Dalton, so just keep that in mind. Maybe he comes out with one of his better games and he thrives and the Cowboys feel better. And maybe even long-term, the Cowboys end up getting in a position where Dalton leaves in free agency and they actually net themselves a draft pick in terms of the comp pick process. That might end up being one of the more ideal outcomes here for this Dallas Cowboys football team. If they can pull that off, maybe they'll feel just a little bit better about it in terms of trying to maximize that long-term impact for Andy Dalton beyond next season. That draft pick, even if it's a late pick, might be a little bit nicer to have in terms of the comp pick process. Now, we have 600-plus people watching live right now. Kickoff is getting closer and closer. If you haven't already, I want you guys to subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around this Dallas Cowboys football team. We're going to keep you covered in terms of the news and rumors every single day. Just because the Cowboys aren't playing doesn't mean we're not breaking down something around America's team. So if you haven't already, what I want you guys to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep you covered here on the Cowboys, let you know what's going on, and have some fun along the way, because isn't that all what we want in the end? Have at least a little bit of fun. I think that's the case there. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button. I will give a shout out to Andres Super Chat, who just came in here as well as I get things set up for our actual game here. Trade Tank. Trade Jalen Smith for draft picks and players. Tank still has value for you. And honestly, when you look at like the defensive players, who's played well, who hasn't, I would argue that, frankly, Tank is probably the one you want to keep. Now, on the same note on that, when it comes to Jalen, and I will drink in a second for those things, guys, I don't think Jalen has a whole lot of value. I think that his draft stock is fairly low. I don't know what teams are going to want to invest in Jalen Smith. Be like, yeah, we'll pay this linebacker who, yeah, he's got a lot of tackles, but hasn't actually played particularly well. So if you're trying to blow it up and totally restart, I think trading Tank at that point might actually make a little bit of sense for you. Beyond that, I'm not convinced that's a great path if you're trying to win games next. When, in theory, your offensive line gets healthy, Dak gets healthy, and you feel a little bit better about where you're currently at. So I think that is a slightly more plausible outcome for this Dallas Cowboys team. Just keep that in mind there. So I don't love where they're at necessarily, but I think they'll be okay in the end. So I do want to get some... Oh, where is that one? Predict the score. Let's see that one. It's kickoff about to begin here. Cowboys against the Bengals. Let me know what you're thinking in this one here as the kick is returned out to about the 20-yard line by Alex Erickson. Not a bad kick. Maybe not the best kickoff either there. But keep your votes coming in here, folks. Cowboys against the Bengals. I'll wait for the score to get our scoreboard to get up here. So stay tuned on that one. It is 0-0. Bengals get the ball to start the game. That was Alex Erickson on the kick return for the Cowboys. So 1st and 10 for Cincinnati. It's play action pass. There's a flag on the play. It's a check down to T. Higgins, and Higgins will get about 9 yards on that one. A nice pickup. We'll see what the flag is for, though. There was our live scores here. I'm waiting to see what the flag is for. Offsides on the defense. So that will be declined. It was on, I didn't catch, I think it was Savion. No, Savion Smith didn't tackle. I didn't catch who jumped off there. That's okay. So fresh set of downs for the Bengals. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. It's a give up the middle, and not much there. DeMarcus Lawrence pops the ball loose. It's a fumble. Cowboys saying they got it. Still no signal from the officials. They're going to say Bengals football. DeMarcus Lawrence came around the backside there and knocked that ball loose from Giovanni Bernard. That was a fumble. I'm looking at the replay, but it looks like the Bengals were able to recover that ball. Or like what? Jordan Lewis came out of the pile with it. Hold on here. Officials had thrown up the 2. It is Cowboys football. All right, how about that? Type in TO. So Cowboys take over. The official had signaled 2nd down, and then Jordan Lewis came out with the pile, or out of the pile with it. So 1st and 10, Cowboys take over at the Bengals 32-yard line. Dalton under shotgun check down to Elliott, who drops the pass. Jesus, catch the football, man. You can get your votes in who you got. C for the Cowboys, B for the Bengals. That was for the Andres Gonzalez super chat. That is Giovanni Bernard's first fumble since 2013, fun fact. 2nd and 10. Give to Elliott. Tripped up at about the 30-yard line. So 3rd and long coming up here. Oops. There we go. Sorry, I didn't have the scoreboard up for you. My bad, guys. 3rd and 8. Trips to the left. Dalton, the Bengals bringing the house. Quick out route. Caught by Michael Gallup. Did he get his feet in bounds? Yes, he did. 1st down, Cowboys. Type in first. Yeah, nice toe drag swag there by Michael Gallup on the out route. Got both feet in bounds. 11-yard pickup on 3rd and 8, 1st down Dallas. CeeDee Lamb comes in motion from right to left, and now Schultz goes left to right. Dalton to give to Elliott, cut back, and not a whole lot there. Gain of maybe 2. Joe Looney is starting at center despite Tyler Biadasz being active today. Cowboys have the ball thanks to the DeMarcus Lawrence forced fumble that Jordan Lewis ended up recovering in the midst of a chaotic pile. 2nd and 8. Dalton. Quick pass caught by Dalton Schultz. That's a gain of about half of it. So 3rd and 4 coming up. The Dallas Cowboys are one of 3 teams this year without a touchdown on their opening drive, joining Denver and Washington. Yeah, you love to see it. Sarcasm heavily there, by the way. So 3rd and 3 coming up. Cooper motions from right to left. Another trips left formation. Cooper and Lamb behind Schultz, the tight end. Bengals bring 4. Dalton under duress. Going to take a sack and try to get out of it. He can't. That is a sack. And Dalton will lose about 5 yards there. Left side of the line did not do its job. Carl Lawson amongst those crashing in. Yeah, Brandon Knight did not have a good rep there. I think he thought he was going to get more help from Connor Williams, but I think that's in the end on Knight. So the touchdownless streak continues. Greg Zuerlein from 34 makes that one 3-0. The Cowboys lead over the Cincinnati Bengals. You can type in FG. The Cowboys defense did its job on the opening drive. DeMarcus Lawrence, a forced fumble. Jordan Lewis was able to dive on it in a pile scrum. And the Cowboys end up with a field goal there. But a little bit disappointing drive. They moved the ball, had the ball in great field position, picked up 1 3rd down, then Dalton took a sack. I think Brandon Knight gets the blame for that one there. Keep the field goals coming as the Cowboys lead 3-0. And as we wait for the game to return, I want you guys to predict. Will the Cowboys win or lose this game? Get your votes in here while I get a sip of my hot water. Get your votes in. I'll give some shout-outs here as these flow in as well. Make sure my stream is caught up because it almost never, ever is. There we go. Get your votes in here. W for win, L for lose. And if you haven't already, by the way, make sure you guys are subscribed. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to keep you covered on everything. We got daily videos for you guys here at the Cowboys Report every single day. We got you guys covered. Sometimes it's news. Sometimes there's rumors. A lot of draft discussion since that's coming up very, very quickly. If you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. I see a lot of W's coming in. Wireless P33N. I think I know what you mean there, and I kind of got. It's okay. He says W there. Tyrese Carter says W. Michael says W. TD Barry says L. And then there is also a question that just came in from Gingy4 of 6. If we do end up with the 3rd pick, would you trade down with the Broncos? And if so, what do you try to get from them? Great question. A lot, and I'll drink for the Super Chat too. Again, I will drink for all Super Chats today. A lot of it, I think, in the end, ends up depending on where is Denver drafted? Is Denver at 8? Is Denver at 9? Are they at 13, 14? How far they are drafting will drastically impact what you get back, and if you're comfortable moving down quite that far. If Denver's out on Drew Lock and they're trying to move for a quarterback, ask for a lot, because teams like the Panthers and even Washington or Philadelphia or the Bears and the Niners are all going to be searching for quarterbacks this offseason. So I think at that point, you ask for a lot. You're looking for, their first-round pick, of course, a future first, and probably day 2 picks this year. I don't know if it's going to be the same as an RG3 trade, but I think you can get a lot if you move down. So I would ask in terms of exact details, stay tuned. I'll have some examples of previous trades once we know where the Cowboys are picking. But yeah, I think that you should ask for a lot in terms of draft picks in a trade down. Bring to that super, by the way, if I didn't already. All right, Bengals come back out. Brandon Allen, as a reminder, is their quarterback because he's been bad. The Cowboys-Bengals matchup is kind of the Spider-Man meme of when they point at each other because they're the same. Backup quarterback, bad offensive line, head coach who was in his early time with the team and hasn't looked all that great. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Allen under center. Boyd comes in motion. It is a give up the middle to Bernard, who will get stood up but still get about 3.5, 4 yards there. Neville Gallimore, Antoine Woods, all those in there along with Darian Thompson. As a reminder, is getting the start at safety because Donovan Wilson is still out with a groin injury. Rashard Robinson, Savion Smith, the starting corners with Jordan Lewis at nickel because they're decimated by injuries and also COVID. No Chidobe Awuzie. Practice squatters are at corner. 2nd and 7 for the Bengals. Allen gets it out quick. Caught for a first down and a little bit more. That's T. Higgins, the rookie out of Clemson, picking on Rashard Robinson. Higgins wearing 85 just like Ocho Cinco used to. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Cowboys lead the Bengals 3-0. Get your votes when you guys got. C for the Cowboys or, B for the Bengals. Keep that coming throughout, folks. First and 10. It's a give again up the middle. That's Williams, the backup running back, has checked into the game. Travion Williams out of A&M. Some of you guys might remember him. Second and 4 coming up. Keep those C's and B's coming. Alejandro and Dom and Larry and TC and Natasha and Cookie Boy. I see you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Play action pass. Allen deep downfield and caught. A.J. Green at the 40-yard line in traffic. Leighton Vander Esch and Savion Smith there to hold him up. Super chat from Andres Gonzalez. Would you re-sign Dalton if possible, or Garrett Gilbert as your backup quarterback, or none and go a totally different route next season? Shout out to Downey, California. Drink up. I'll drink first as I think about it. Depends on the cost. If Dalton's cheap, I don't mind bringing him back because in the end, if you have a backup quarterback, you need your offensive line healthy, no one's going to have immense success there as a backup. That's just the reality. So if they're cheap, sure. Otherwise, Williams again up the middle, little zone stretch play. That's a gain of 7. So second and gain of 6 actually on that one. Travion's got 3 carries, 15 yards early for Cincinnati. 2nd and 4 coming up. Thanks for the super chat, Andres. I appreciate it, my man. Motion with Higgins. Play action pass. Quick check down to Drew Sample. And that's a first down, a gain of about 5 there. That was a good play by Brandon Allen. Randy Gregory came in unblocked. I think it was designed to go to Drew Sample. Gregory was chasing down. Allen stayed composed, did a little sidearm Ben DiNucci style throw, and found his man for a gain of 6 on that one. Jordan Lewis and Leighton Vander Esch there in on the tackle. A good one by LVE. 1st and 10. Allen play action. Wants to go downfield. We'll check it down instead to Williams. Dorrance Armstrong on the tackle, but it's a gain of about 6. So Bengals moving it easy here. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Allen in the shotgun. Give to Williams up the middle. A gain of mid. Ball pops out again. Cowboys got it. Alden Smith is off to the races. 40, 30. He's going to cruise in for a touchdown. Alden Smith on the fumble recovery. Cowboys lead. We'll see if it stands. DeMarcus Lawrence had kicked inside late. There was a big hole in the, or not a hole, just a giant cluster in the middle. Alden Smith popped out with it. Nobody forced it. That was just the thing. That's not the butt fumble. That's the back fumble. Nobody really knocked that ball out. Travion Williams ran into his own man. It popped loose. Alden Smith picked it up, and he and DeMarcus Lawrence cruised into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that one? Extra point is up and good. Everyone type in your TDs in the comments section. 10-0. Alden Smith picked it up. How about that one? Stay tuned. I'll find that one and get it on my Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. So the Bengals offense has been the Cowboys' best offense so far. 10-0. Not exactly what anyone was expecting there. They're going to give credit on the forced fumble to Leighton Vander Esch. But I'll be honest, Travion Williams just ran right into his own blocker and popped the ball out. So the Cowboys lead 10-0. And how about that start for Dallas? I know executive producer Sam was talking about taking the Cowboys against the Bengals, but a good start for Dallas thanks to the defense. Really, all 10 of these points are to their credit as far as I'm concerned. We got 1,583 people watching live right now. Folks, if you haven't already, I encourage all of you to subscribe and hit the big red button. That way you don't miss out on anything we've got going on for you guys here at the Cowboys Report. We got consistent updates, latest news, rumors, daily videos, all the time around the Dallas Cowboys. Even though the season's been a disaster, and they might be up 10-0 right now, we'll keep you guys covered. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. Videos every single day, breaking down everything going on around America's team. So if you want daily updates, hit that big red button and subscribe. By the way, those of you looking for a stream, we got you guys covered. sports.com/stream. I didn't send you, though. All right? As I get this tweet out here. Go look that up. I'll put the link in the chat too. I didn't send you, but it is available. Just scroll down. You can click it. You didn't get it from us, okay? Because I don't want to get in trouble. There you go. Chatsports.com/stream. You didn't get it from me, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, back to the actual game here for the Dallas Cowboys. Travion Williams, literally, nobody forced that fumble. He just ran into the back of his own lineman. I haven't seen that one very often, yet here we are. It happened. Aldon Smith gets credit for the scoop and score. 2 fumbles by the Bengals has led to 10 points for the Dallas Cowboys as they lead early in the first quarter, 10-0. This game, by the way, means a little bit more to me because my entire family, Bengals fans. So it's funny to me to watch that happen. Skylar Cyrus, what are the odds we actually look like a football team throughout the whole season? Next year, if they're healthy, sure. But this year, no. I kind of don't. All right, Bengals back out there, down by 10. Smith's getting a breather right now on the sideline after running all over the place. And they're actually going to go to immediate timeout. So as a reminder to the almost 1,700 people watching live, hit that big red button and subscribe. We will take care of you guys. Everything going on around the Cowboys, we will discuss it. We got you guys covered. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and sub today. Also, let me know in the comments. I'm sure we got some Bengals fans in here. That's fine, too. I got no ill will against Bengals fans. Again, my entire family, Bengals fans. I am the outlier. Get your votes in here. C for the Cowboys, B for the Bengals. I feel pretty good right now against the Bengals. And fun fact, my entire family is texting me, and my uncle and dad are both saying that they want the Bengals to lose to get the higher draft pick. So the rare moment we're all cheering against the Bengals. Go figure, right? I see a lot of C's coming in. Frank Allen's complaining about us not showing the game. We can't. I'm sorry. I'd like to. We're not able. Hit the subscribe button while we'll keep you covered on the Cowboys. Also, bottom of the screen, transports.com/stream. A little hint. You can go find it, okay? But I didn't send you. I don't want to get in trouble. Just keep that in mind, okay? I see C's from Cookie Boy, C from Letitia, C from Relaxed. A lot of C's coming in right now. Big Matt, Jesse Garrett. Ooh, too close to a different Garrett there. Austin Johnson, Arturo, Bobby Giles, Shawnee loves Cowboys, Clint, Mr. Money J, Javier, Austin. I see no B's in the comment section. Oh, there's one right on cue. Christopher types in his B. Logical person says B, tanks. Okay, I don't mind that one. I get that, my friend. Now I see some more B's coming in. I jinxed it there. Austin says C. Nariah says C. Tom Downey says C. Lots of C's flowing in there, so keep those coming here, folks, as the Cowboys are up 10-0 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Also, quick injury note here. C.J. Goodwin, the Cowboys' star special teamer, if there is such a thing there, was injured on that last play. I don't have an update. I'll keep an eye out for it, but he injured on the special teams play. That's why they took the timeout. Allen play action. Broken up in coverage on T. Higgins by Dorrance Armstrong. There you go. So 2nd and 10 coming up for a Bengals offense that suddenly feels uncomfortable. Let's swipe away stuff here. 2nd and 10 coming up. Bengals have both Gio Bernard and Travion Williams on the bench right now. I think that means Samaje Perine is in the game at running back. It's a handoff up the middle for 2.5, maybe 3 yards at most. It was indeed Samaje Perine. So the Bengals have benched both of their backs due to fumbles. 3rd and long coming up for Dallas. 3rd and 7 to be exact. You can type in your stops here if you want. It is third down after all. Allen, quick pass, and over the head of A.J. Green. However, there is a flag. We'll see what this is for. Allen acting like it's on the Cowboys. Refs discussing. Offsides on Dallas. DeMarcus Lawrence got flagged for that one, so he giveth and he taketh away. Had the forced fumble earlier. I guess he was lined up offsides because he didn't jump early. Okay. Third and 2 coming up. Little touch pass to Tyler Boyd. He's got the edge out to the 45-yard line, down to midfield, taken down by Jordan Lewis. And now some jawing going on between Boyd and Darian Thompson. A couple super chats I missed from K.E. Texan. Anyone else don't know if we should be rooting for a win, for a loss, or if we root against Cowboys, but also draft picks. I feel your pain. Jordan Lewis was in man-to-man on Boyd and got caught up in traffic too there. Mark Hobble's playing, says, Team Tank, let's get them draft picks. Quality O-line in round 2, then all defense, dump Nolan. I actually say go defense in round 1 too. I think that's your best path. But if you get Penei Sewell, it's fine. First and 10 from the 46 of the Cowboys for Cincinnati. Draw, DeMarcus Lawrence, a tackle for a loss of 3. Easy play there by Tank. He's had a good start to his day. Drink my not water. Oh, wait, I have to drink for the super chat stuff. Thanks, guys. Remember, I'll drink for any and all super chats that come across today. Lawrence was lined up against the tight end Drew Sample and just swim moved him away. Sample almost fell down. Second and 12, empty set for Cincinnati. Lawrence almost got home. Instead, it's found Tyler Boyd, who gets almost to the first down marker. Leighton Vander Esch, a diving tackle effort, but also maybe LVE shouldn't be on Tyler Boyd. Just a thought. Third and 1 coming up. Nice completion there by Allen. Stood strong amidst the pressure. So third and 1. Type in your stops here. Up the middle a give. First down. Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, Tyrone Crawford all combine on the tackle, but it's a first down Cincinnati. The Cowboys offense has barely been out there today, yet Dallas leads 10-0 due to a forced fumble by DeMarcus Lawrence, led to an easy Cowboys field goal, and then a scoop and score by Alden Smith after Travion Williams ran to his own man and fumbled. So first and 10, inside of 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Allen drops back. Downfield, out route, off the fingertips of his intended target. That is an incomplete pass. That was Mike Thomas. No, not that one. The other Michael Thomas at receiver for the Bengals. So second and 10 coming up. With Savion Smith in coverage. Not bad. But just outside of the reach of Thomas. Mark says, aloha, you're great, bro. Watch daily. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Bottoms up. I-form set now for Cincinnati. It's a pump draw to Williams, who gets loose and gets almost the first down. Xavier Woods will make the tackle, but after a gain of 9. Not often you see that play design. An I-form pump fake draw. Van Der Esch tried to cut around him, could not make the tackle. And Williams had a nice hole up the middle. I don't think someone kept their integrity. Gap integrity, I mean. That wasn't clear. 3rd and 1 coming up. Bengals going shotgun here, a 2 tight end shotgun look. Play clock at 2. 1 the snap, a give, and now a timeout by the Bengals. Not sure they would have gotten it. So what's going to happen on this drive here, folks? Get your votes in. Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt. Bengals have called their first timeout. It is 3rd and 1 on the Cowboys' 26-yard line. Get your votes in here. And I'll give some shout-outs here as these come in. 26-yard line of the Cowboys. It's been an 8-play, 49-yard drive, taking up over 4 minutes of action. I see some punts coming in that would require at least 1 sack. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. A lot of field goals. Seems to be the predominant vote right now here for the Cowboys. So keep those coming in. What will happen on this drive? I see some touchdowns now, too. A lot of people expecting points here. I do see some turnovers, but the Cowboys might have already gotten all theirs today with 2 forced fumbles, 1.5 forced fumbles. The second one was it was the running back's fault. No one even hit him, except his own man. All right, 3rd and 1. 26-yard line of the Cowboys coming up here. You can type in your stops if you want to. If the Bengals get this 3rd down pickup, they will have matched their high over the past 5 games. Let that sink in for you. 3rd and 1 coming up. They sneak it, and it looked like they got the first. Couple Cowboys players were tackling the running back, which is weird because he didn't have the football at all. But okay. So fresh set of downs for the Bengals now at about the 24-yard line, thereabouts. First and 10. Bit of a low snap, play action, Allen. Lawrence coming, can't get to him. Allen will roll out to his right. He'll run. He will slide down after a gain of, we'll call it 4. So a pressure there for DeMarcus Lawrence, but Allen was able to step up, avoid it, and there was really no one else in the area. He scrambles for a nice positive gain. 2nd and 6 coming up. Little check down pass to Boyd, who gets about 5 of it there. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 1 again for the Bengals. This might be the last play. It's a give. It's going to depend on the spot. They did not get it. So that will be the final play of the first quarter. And when we come back, the Bengals will have a decision to make whether or not to go for it. So we have a deal that lasts for the end of the day. If you head over to chatsports.com/bet, that'll take you right into the BetUS site. And you use promo code Cowboys125. When you put down at least $100, you'll get 2 things. A 125% deposit bonus. That's at chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys125. For the rest of the day, maybe into tomorrow too, we'll see. Or I should say to midnight, excuse me. We'll get you guys hooked up with a Dallas Cowboys jersey of Dak Prescott. So I'm going to put the email in the comments section for you guys to go claim it, okay? Email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. once you guys have signed up and deposited, okay? Email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. Again, this is only available if you are a new BetUS customer. Only way you guys can get it. So email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. Utilize the promo code and the link that I'm also about to put in the comments right now. That is chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys125. If you want the Dak jersey, you got to sign up, deposit, and then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. We'll revisit this later on in the show. We got 2,000 people watching live right now, and I know a lot of you haven't had a chance to do this yet. So again, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys is 125. Use that. Once you've signed up and deposited at least $100 to get the deposit bonus, we'll get you guys hooked up with a Dak Prescott jersey. So email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, cowboys@chatsports.com, if you want in on that deal. Only available for the rest of today. So go do it while it still lasts. As we sit right now, we just had the end of the first quarter, and the Cowboys lead 10-0. I'm going to get my stats pulled up here in terms of the time of possession, because this one is going to end up being pretty wild in terms of where things currently sit. The Bengals have dominated time of possession in this game. The Cowboys have only run a handful of plays. That is all they've even had the opportunity to do. The Bengals have had a couple decent drives, this one and the previous one, that ended in a fumble, and now they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Time of possession, 3:20 for the Cowboys, 11:40 for the Bengals. Pretty wild. The Bengals are going to go for it now, so type in stop, spam it quickly here, and we'll get to Andres' super chat here. Allen under center. Bengals have all but one guy on the line of scrimmage. That's Darian Thompson, who's back deep. Give to Alex Erickson, trying to get to the edge. He fumbles it again. This time the ball's still loose. Cowboys recover it. Another fumble by the Bengals. Dallas takes over. How about that one? Alex Erickson on the jet sweep. Darian Thompson knocks it loose. The Bengals had a great chance to recover it. One of their offensive linemen dove on it. That was Bobby Hart, but it squirted loose after Erickson had got the first down. Hart just couldn't retain it, and then it looked like Jalen Smith ended up recovering it. How about that one? Cowboys football again. Give to Zeke Elliott, and that's a gain of about 7. So the Bengals have marched the ball twice deep into Cowboys territory, and both times it's been a fumble. 3 of them today by Cincinnati, one of which he just ran into his own lineman's back. Super chat from Andres Gonzalez: trade Zeke and re-sign Greg Legg next season. Zerline's under contract, so you don't have to re-sign him. As for Zeke, I don't know who wants to pay him. Honestly, don't. Not the way he's been playing. 2nd and 5, Dalton. Quick pass caught by Zeke, and that is a gain of about 4, so 3rd and 1 coming up here. Cowboys have not had very many plays so far. I believe that is their 9th one of the day. 3rd and 1, Elliott up the middle, first down, Cowboys. You guys can type in your first. Welcome all 2,000 people watching live right now. Thanks, guys. 3 forced fumbles today by the Dallas Cowboys. The defense has done its part. I guess they heard Mike Nolan might be on the hot seat. 1st and 10, Cowboys. Dalton under center. Pollard in the game. Play action pass. Dalton will check it down to Pollard, who gets maybe a yard. I'll give him 2 yards, a generous spot there. 2nd and 8 coming up. 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cowboys already up by 10. Cowboys taking their time here. Dalton in his revenge game is 3 of 4 for 20 yards. Play clock down to 5. The snap. Stretch to Pollard. Going to try and bounce it out wide. He will lose 2 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Margus Hunt in on the tackle there for Cincinnati. So 3rd and long. Actually, they'll only say 3rd and 9. Generous spot, I think. Back at the 25-yard line. Trips left again. All 3 receivers that side. And now a flag here. I'm not sure what for. That's on Dallas. A false start on Amari Cooper. So 3rd and 14 coming up now. Don't like that one. Don't like it. 3rd and long. 4-5, 22 yards for Dalton. Quick slant. Cooper catches it and gets the first down. That's the 42-yard line. Amari Cooper, a simple slant route, and there was not enough safety help. He beat William Jackson, a very good corner, on a slant route, and then I think Jackson thought there would be linebacker or safety help, and there wasn't. So 1st down Dallas. Type in your firsts. Get that up here real quick. So 1st and 10 from the 40. Pollard, the kind of delayed stretch give, and gets about 5 yards on that one. Pollard, a good job there to make a guy miss near the back. That was Jermaine Pratt. 2nd year, 3rd round pick out of NC State. So 2nd and 5 coming up at the 45 of Dallas. Cooper motions in, lined up as almost an H-back now. It's a give to Pollard again, who will get back to the original line of scrimmage and nothing else there. That was Khalid Kareem, the 5th round rookie out of Notre Dame, who made the tackle. I sip my fake water. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Zeke back in the game. Trips right. Dalton the snap. Takes a shot. Cooper catches it. Did he get his feet in bounds? Yes, he did. Don't type in first this time. Type in Coop instead. As Amari getting hot at the right time in this one. It's a little slot corner route. Cooper gets the 1st down. He did indeed get both feet down there. 1st down Cowboys. Hyping the Coops. Pollard back in the game. Motions out wide. So empty set look for Dallas. Bengals look like they're in zone. They bring a corner blitz. It's picked up and then batted down at the line of scrimmage. Did not catch who got his hands down on that one. I think it was Sam Hubbard, the former Ohio State product. Bengals are the first NFL team since 2013 to lose a fumble on each of their first 3 possessions. Last time that was the Patriots, fun fact. So Bengals Super Bowl forthcoming. It's just science. 2nd and 10. From the 42-yard line of the Bengals. Dalton under center. Stretch to Elliott. Cuts it back upfield. Gets about 4 yards on that one. So 3rd and long coming up for the Cowboys once again. Dallas is 4 of 5 on third downs. Both of these teams very effective on third downs. 4 of 5 and 3 of 4 respectively. The Bengals failed a third down to a failed fourth down on the fumble, though. Cowboys was a field goal. So 3rd and 6 coming up. Dalton in the shotgun. Bengals bring pressure. Dalton gets it out last second, caught by CeeDee Lamb. A first down Dallas. Type in your CDs. Dalton barely got rid of that football on time. The pressure was coming. Lamb again lined up in the slot, as he's been most of this year. A great route. A little out route. He burnt his man. The defender kind of fell down. And Dalton got rid of it just in time. That was Mackenzie Alexander. And Lamb pulled it in for the first down catch. 14 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 24. Dalton play action. Hitch route caught by Gallup to about the 12-yard line. Another first down, Dallas. The Cowboys offense now moving the ball well. Type in your firsts. Crack my neck, don't mind me. Always tight. 8 of 10 for 81 yards today is Andy Dalton. First and 10 from the 12 now. Schultz will now motion to the right side of the offensive line. Give to Elliott, cuts it back, makes a man miss, gets a yard and a half. Not great blocking there. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Dalton. Quick pass. Cooper caught. Touchdown Dallas. Type in your touchdown or your TDs there, folks. A strike from Andy Dalton. Cooper goes low to haul it in. Type in your TD. 16-0. Dallas is up in this one. Kind of a skinny post route right at the goal line. Cooper. That ball never touches the ground. That's a touchdown. You can type in your TD, and you can type in your Coops as well. Well done by the Cowboys as they lead. Zerline now on for the extra point. One of the best throws I've seen from Andy Dalton all year. Extra point is up, and it is good as the Cowboys lead 17-0. Andy Dalton on the road against his old team, 9 of 11 for 92 yards and a touchdown. We got over 2,000, almost 400 people watching live right now. So, folks, if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. This is the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there. If you haven't already, hit those big red buttons and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. We'll stick around live a little bit after the game ends as well, breaking it all down, the news, the rumors. We'll get some injury updates if we have any of those here. Get some post-game reaction because this Cowboys team is playing at one of the best levels it's played all year. Maybe it's because they're playing the worst team they'll play all year, but hey, that's not a huge surprise there. So keep that in mind. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. That way you don't miss out on anything here. I know not all of you are subscribed. We're going to keep you covered on everything going on around America's team. So if you're subbed, you'll enjoy it. The offseason's almost here, folks, and we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to continue to keep you guys covered on everything going on around America's team, the news, the rumors, the draft discussion, trades, all of it. If you haven't already, hit that big red button and sub. Now, I think I know the question too, will the Cowboys win or lose? However, I want you guys to chime in here. What do you want Dallas to do today? Let me know. Do you want them to win? Because in reality, they are very much trending towards a win here, barring an epic collapse. Or do you want them to lose the game? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Type W for win, or type in an L for lose. Now, I know a lot of us were trying to tank, and I get that. I thought this was going to end up being a game in which the Cowboys could find a way to, win, because Bengals are bad. And we're seeing that today, right? Dalton just had, I think, his best drive of the season, his best throw of the year, by the way. It was an awesome throw. The defense has forced 3 fumbles, 2 fumbles. One was purely the Bengals' fault. But I like where the Cowboys are at right now. I really do. I am also going to get that touchdown, by the way, from Dalton to Cooper up on my Twitter, so stay tuned for that one. Give me 1 second here. One second here. Keep your votes coming. W for win, L for lose. You can follow me on Twitter, of course, at WhatGoingDowney. At the bottom of your screen there. Return now by Alex Erickson out to the 23-ish yard line. That is where the Bengals will take over, down by 3 scores. 17-0 with a little over 6.5 to go in the half. $23-yard line to be exact here for the Bengals. That's what they will take over. $6:32 to go in the half. The Bengals got the ball to start the game, so they kind of need to go get points here. It's a give up the middle, and it's a nice one right there, a gain of about 9. That was Travion Williams, who's back in the game after his earlier fumble. So what will happen on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? Get your predictions in. It is 2nd and 1 coming up here. Williams now has 22 yards on the day. Allen in the shotgun. It's a give, and not much there. Blown up backside by Dorrance Armstrong, but Williams did fall forward for maybe a half yard. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Bengals have done well on 3rd downs today. 3 of 4, and then the 4th down fumble. Allen in the shotgun. It's a keeper for Allen. Gregory misses him, but will make the tackle, but not after a gain of 2. That is a 1st down Cowboys. Or for Bengals, excuse me. Make that 4 of 5 on the day for 3rd down pickups for Cincinnati. Under 5 to go in the half. Get your votes in what you think will happen here. Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt. As a reminder, I will drink for all Super Chats on today's show. Trying to have a nice little fun as I sip my water here. Play clock under 10. Allen play action pass. And we'll check it down to Williams, who gets maybe 6. Xavier Woods drives him out of bounds. Three takeaways already today for the Cowboys. As the Bengals have moved the ball decently. They lead time of possession. They can take some time up here. 11 minutes to almost 14 now. 2nd and 3 coming up. Allen again in the shotgun. Woods off the blitz. Quick pass caught. 1st down. Alex Erickson out past midfield as he beats Rashard Robinson. for the first down pickup. So Bengals, they've had success moving the football, but all 3 of their drives have been destroyed by turnovers. 3 fumbles to be exact. First and 10 now from the 49-yard line, now in Cowboys territory. Draw up the middle, and Williams will get maybe 3 or 4 yards. Sean Lee, Alden Smith leading the charge there on the tackle. Second and 5 coming up now. We are inside of 3 minutes to go in the half. Bengals taking their time with this offense. Allen's under center. Play action pass. Allen downfield overshoots his target, and that was not very close. Even if that was on target, there were 4 defenders in the area of the intended target, Tyler Boyd. Not sure he holds on to it. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Type in your stops here. Ran a deeper dig route. Now, maybe Boyd holds on, but Thompson was given chase. Might have been able to lay him out. 3rd and 5 coming up here. Keep your stops coming. Allen over the middle, caught by A.J. Green. I'm not sure he was down. He's going to take it inside the 10-yard line, then they'll blow it dead. Green was a bit slow to get up. As it stands, it's a first down catch by A.J. Green, who, yes, was touched down by Savion Smith. So first down, Cincinnati. Green's upset, but at the 2-minute warning here, it is 17-0. Dallas leads over the Cincinnati Bengals. I assume everyone here thinks the Cowboys are going to win. If you do, type in Y for yes. If you don't, type in N for no. Get your votes in right now. I feel pretty good about the Cowboys winning this game. I thought this was going to be a game that they were going to win. I was worried about the secondary in terms of the injuries and the lack of having really 3 starters out there. Chidobe Awuzie, Trayvon Diggs, and Anthony Brown all out today. But the Bengals have turned it over 3 times, and the Cowboys, for the most part, have taken advantage. That's why they're up 17-0. A scoop and score by Alden Smith, a field goal after the first turnover, and then most recently, Dalton to Amari Cooper. Cooper's got 3 for 44 and 1 score. Been pretty good so far. Get your votes in here. Y for yes, N for no. If you haven't already, as a reminder, do me a favor and subscribe, because we're going to keep you guys covered on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys. Not just today, not just tomorrow or after the season ends, the entire year. Off-season and in-season, and of course, preseason as well. So if you haven't already, to the 2,400 plus people watching live right now, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out. Keep you guys covered on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys. If you want daily videos, consistent updates, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around the Dallas Cowboys. So just keep that in mind. And as a reminder, I'll put this link in the comments. I see some of you guys asking for it. I didn't send you. Don't blame me, okay? Or don't give me credit, whatever route you want to go there. If you're trying to watch the actual game, you can go check it out. chatsports.com/stream. That link will take you there. Scroll down. You'll see a big fat link there. I did not send you, though, okay? You didn't hear it from me. You just happened to find it randomly by Googling. Go to chatsports.com/stream. Scroll on down, and you'll see it there. But again, I didn't do it. It's a little hush-hush thing because we can't get in trouble there. Chatsports.com/stream. Scroll on down. You'll get a link to all the games there. Just click on the Cowboys-Bengals one. Don't download anything, and you'll be fine. All right, back to the game here. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati at the 34-yard line of the Cowboys. It's a give up the middle, and Williams picks up about 9 on that one. A big pickup there. Super chat just came in from Alessandro Mazzan. What defensive position should the Cowboys be looking for in the draft first? First up, bottoms up. My answer is yes. In reality, all of them. As there's another give up the middle here to Williams, who gets the first down to about the 21-yard line. From a positional value perspective, you love to get edge or corner. I don't love the edge class, especially in round 1. Same with safety. Same with defensive tackle. So I'm looking corner in particular. I want to trade down, then take a corner. There will be some good ones, I think, on the board, depending on exactly how far you trade down. I think that would be your best path if you're the Dallas Cowboys. I like Micah Parsons, but that's an off-ball linebacker. Not sure I want that. Allen, play action, screen to Williams. Not a whole lot there. Aldon Smith can't bring him down. Eventually, Jordan Lewis and a host of others do. It's a loss of 1 with 47 seconds to go in the first half. Bengals have called their second timeout. Guys can let us know what will happen on this drive. Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover. Let me know what you guys think. See F's, I don't know why, but okay. Weird. See punt. Yeah, punt probably isn't the route that they go here, barring a just disastrous sack. See, field goal, W, Y. Okay. Touchdown, field goal, punt. Field goal, touchdown. James says they're going to get a touchdown, cries and dies. It's funny. I appreciate that one, man. Get your votes in there. Touchdown, field goal, turnover. You can put in punt. They got the ball at the 21-yard line, so they need a good 20-yard sack, and even then, that feels pretty darn unlikely. Hey, crazy stuff happens. That's life in the NFL. Who would have thought the Bengals would have fumbled 3 times to open up the game, right? Exactly. Nobody. Nobody would have. Stuff set up here for our little halftime break. We will be back, of course, afterwards, but just keep that in mind. See, a lot of field goals. It makes a lot of sense there. All right, different question for you guys as we wait for the game to actually come back here. Do you want the Cowboys to win or lose today? Are you fully committed to Team Tank? Or do you just want to enjoy the wins because there haven't been very many of them so far this year? Get your votes in. Type W for win or type in an L for lose. Get your votes in there as we come back to the potentially final drive here. Cowboys currently lead the Bengals out of the half. Got to clarify that one there. 17-0. 2nd and 10. 47 seconds to go in the half. Crawford, Aldon Smith, Gregory, and Lawrence are your front 4 for Dallas. Nickel package, Jalen Smith, LVE, your linebackers. Allen drops back. Quick strike, Drew Sample gets about half of it. So play clock is ticking now, inside of 40 for 3rd and 5 to come up. You can type in your stops real quick if you want to. And the Bengals have now called their final timeout on 3rd and 5 with 39 seconds left. Feels like this has been really bad clock management by the Cincinnati Bengals. Just to recap what's happened here as you guys span your stops. Bengals were moving the ball pretty well. They're having success. Outside of the fumbles, they've actually moved it fairly decently. They got the ball. They picked up a first down at the Dallas Cowboys 25-yard line at the 2-minute warning. They had 2 timeouts at that point. So 25-yard line, 2-minute warning had just hit. It's 1st and 10. They run the ball. They pick up 9 yards. They run it again on 2nd and 1. They pick up 4 yards. Then they throw it for no gain on 1st and 10 with 59 seconds left already. 6-yard pass with 47 seconds left. And now they're out of timeouts. It is 3rd and 4 at the Cowboys 15-yard line with 39 seconds left. That seems weird to me. That seems like they let a lot of time click off the clock. I don't think they've run and utilized their clock particularly well. Now, if they get tackled in bounds, they might have to spike it. And if they get tackled in bounds without getting the first down on this play, they have to run the field unit out there kind of emergency style. Not exactly ideal if you're the Bengals. Allen's been effective, 13 for 16, 119 yards. They've ran the ball 19 times for 62 yards. Running defense has been better. And then 3 just absolutely back-breaking fumbles have been a disaster so far for this team. For the Bengals, I should say. The Cowboys up 17-0. We are late here in the first half. The Bengals are already in field goal range. I think the Cowboys are in position to, maybe a sack would be nice. If you're Bengals, you got to dial up a very quick pass. Otherwise, what's the point exactly, you know? Just keep that in mind. So keep your stops coming in there. And as a reminder, if you haven't, hit that big red button and subscribe, because we'll be around after the game ends too, breaking down some rumors, news, and reaction as well. If you want constant and daily videos on the Cowboys, hit that big red button and subscribe today. All right, finally back to the action. That took forever. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bengals. No timeouts left. They're at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Cowboys look like they're in man here. Allen, quick hitch route, caught, and A.J. Green stays in bounds to the 5-yard line. Play clock is ticking inside of 30 now. Bengals got to move. 22 seconds now. 20. Bengals still not set. The ball's at the wrong spot. Allen, quick out, incomplete. Savion Smith wanted a flag on A.J. Green. 14 seconds left to go in the half. Allen thought Green was going to run the exact same play, a little hitch route, fade hitch route kind of deal there. Green never turned, and Savion read it better and tried to get to jump in front of A.J. Green, but it was too far behind. So 2nd and goal from the 5. 14 seconds left. My bad. Allen over the middle, broken up by Jalen Smith, nearly picked off there. A big-time PBU by the Cowboys' much-maligned linebacker. So 3rd and goal. Smith read that one well. Even if Smith hadn't broken it up, there were 2 other defenders there. It was a bad throw. And behind Boyd. In fact, if Smith doesn't touch it, that might have been picked off. That was a horrible throw by Brandon Allen. Absolutely horrible. Third and goal, the Cowboys will call a timeout. Remember, if you guys want daily Cowboys videos, hit that big red button and subscribe. We got just 11 seconds left here before the end of the half. The Cowboys lead 17-0 thanks to 3 takeaways. Cooper's just chilling on the sidelines right now. Bengals have no timeouts, so they got to keep this ball either out of bounds or incomplete. Third and goal coming up for Cincinnati. A.J. Green's on Savion Smith. Keep that in mind. Allen looks to Green. Slant, caught, touchdown, Cincinnati. Got to be honest, A.J. Green against Savion Smith, probably not the matchup you want. So the Bengals score just before the half to make it 17-6. They ran the slant. Smith tried to shove Green, and Green was better. It's just, you got a former All-Pro receiver against a former practice squad corner. It went the way I thought it was going to. So no more shutout as the Bengals now on for the extra point. This is Austin Seibert because Randy Bullock was made inactive today. Seibert, excuse me. Doinked off the upright and good. Off the right side and found the left side after it doinked. Kind of sums up this game. That one was pushed a little bit, cutting a little bit as well, but it had just enough of the angle to kick inside the uprights. So 8 seconds to go in the half. The Cowboys lead 17-7. Bengals have moved the ball well. Got a lot of offense, more than the Cowboys do. John Fossil, I wonder if they're getting creative here. He was talking with his special teams unit before this upcoming kick. Maybe they're getting prepared for the squib. 8 seconds to go in the half. The Cowboys are up. Tony Pollard once again back deep to return. Kick is it's a squib kick, it is indeed, and that will be halfly fielded by Pollard at his own 3-yard line. He will cut it upfield and then slide down at about the 20-yard line. I think you're just going to see a kneel down here with 3 seconds to go in the half. So let me know who you guys got. C for the Cowboys or B for the Bengals. The Cowboys are up by 10. As a reminder, they will get the ball to start the second half. And they've moved. The Cowboys had that nice long drive. Dalton Cooper capped things off there. Bengals are getting back in it. They do indeed take a knee. So at the half, Cowboys 17, the Bengals lead by 3. Stay tuned, folks. We'll take a little bit of a break here. I'm going to get some pizza in my belly. The Cowboys are up by 10 points, 17-3. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back into Cowboys against the Bengals. Dallas currently leads 17-7. The second half is moments away from getting going once again. So let me know who you guys got. You still feeling good about the Bengals? Type in C, or type in C for the Cowboys. I'm an idiot. B for the Bengals, C for the Cowboys there. Pollard will take this one out of his own end zone. Make a man miss, and Pollard to the 30. Makes another guy miss to the 40. Pollard makes one more guy. Oh, he can't do it to the 45-yard line. A great return by Tony Pollard. The Cowboys will take over in Bengals territory. That was a good 55-yard return by Tony Pollard. A couple nice juke moves to make guys miss. There was one more guy he had to beat. That was number 30, who could not do it. It's actually a 60-yard return. Jesse Bates ends up making the tackle there. Armstrong was leading the way as the lead blocker. A great return as the Cowboys go empty set from the Bengals' 43-yard line. Dalton, quick strike caught by Blake Bell, the first down, a gain of about 11. So type in your first as the Cowboys start this half well. Type in your first there. Dalton is now 10 of 12 for 103 yards. It's a little quick jet sweep to CeeDee Lamb, who gets the first down, and Lamb makes a guy miss inside the 20-yard line. A nice, we'll call it 15-yard pickup there by Lamb on the reverse. Dalton barely got that one out to Lamb in time. He made the lone defender on the edge. Linebacker Josh Bynes missed, made two corners miss, and got the first down. Darius Phillips technically tripped him up. Just barely. So type in your first or type in your CD. Both are acceptable there, folks. Now inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 17, a give to Elliott, who gets back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. Not much there. As a reminder, I will drink for any and all super chats that come across today. Keep that in mind. So 2nd and 10 now from the 17-yard line, of course, of Cincinnati. Dalton gets the snap, sends one deep downfield, caught by Dalton Schultz inside the 5-yard line. He went high for that one, and it's a first down Cowboys. They're now inside the 5, a great opening drive by the Cowboys. Schultz was in traffic. 4 Bengals in that area, but went up high, got it, pulled it down, and held on. Give to Elliott. Elliott gets maybe a yard on 1st and goal from the 4. So 2nd and goal from the 3 coming up. Andres Gonzalez says, any trade targets you have in mind for defense? Not yet. Maybe try and find a cheap defensive tackle. But I'll let you know. We'll do a video on that, I promise. There will be a defensive trade target video coming for you. Keep that in mind. 2nd and goal from the 2 now. Dalton, play action pass. Looking for Gallup. Incomplete. Good coverage on that play by number 23, Darius Phillips. So 3rd and goal coming up. They ran the play action. Lamb was covered. Gallup was covered. A lot of contact there. That might have actually been pass interference. Looked okay real time, but upon review, a lot going on there. Trips right. And now Gallup comes in motion. The Bengals bring the blitz. Quick pass, Cooper, incomplete. So 4th and goal from the 2 now. Would you guys go for it? Up by 10. So the Cowboys have a great opening drive of the half, and then things stall out. Dalton can't find Cooper. Bit outside of his reach on a designer roll, sprint out to the right. Zuerlein's on for the field goal from about 20 yards out. That one is dead center. Type in your FGs in the comments section as the Cowboys extend their lead 20-7. Tony Pollard set up that drive on a great kick return, 60 yards to the Bengals' 35-yard line. Dalton found CeeDee Lamb, or found Blake Bell and Dalton Schultz for first downs on that drive. CeeDee Lamb had a nice reverse, but the drive stalled out after that. Disappointing. We get your field goals in there. Cowboys are up 20-7. We have 1,700 people watching live right now, so let's tell you about the deal we got going on today for you. Get everything pulled up here. Hold on. And then we'll get to Danelle's Super Chat. If you head over to chatsports.com/bet and you use promo code Cowboys125, and I'll get these links in the comments, don't worry. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is Cowboys125. When you put down at least $100, you will be eligible to get the 125% deposit bonus. So $100, extra 125. And for the rest of the day only, you guys will get yourself a Dak Prescott jersey. You can email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, to claim that deal. Now, again, this is only available for new BetUS customers only. And you have to email us. I'll make sure that email's in the comments, guys. Cowboys@chatsports.com if you want to claim that jersey. Dak Prescott only available for the rest of the day. So again, go to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code you see on your screen at the very bottom. It's Cowboys125. If you are a new BetUS customer, email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, in order to claim. Again, cowboys@chatsports.com. Danelle Graves just had his super chat, by the way, so I'll give him a shout out here. Can you make an outside Dallas Cowboys 2021 free agent targets video? Yes, I promise you that video will happen. We'll take a look at the Cowboys' own free agents, and in reality, we'll end up doing multiple of those videos for you guys. So don't worry. We will take care of you. We'll keep you covered in terms of what's going on around the Cowboys this offseason. We'll do a lot of draft coverage, a lot of free agency stuff. That video will happen, Danelle. So if you want to see it, make sure you're subscribed and make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you don't accidentally miss out on any of them. So if you haven't already, subscribe today. Kickoff now for Greg Zuerlein. That one will be a touchback into the end zone. So what do you think will happen on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? Let me know what you guys think. Bengals got points on their most recent drive. Before that, it was 3 straight fumbles. One of which was DeMarcus Lawrence's credit. One of which was the Bengals offensive lineman's back because they just ran right into him and fumbled. The third one was Darian Thompson. Gio Bernard has checked in the game. He has not been out there very much since his opening drive fumble. Allen, the give to Bernard, who will get maybe 3.5, not much there on the opening run by the Bengals. Cowboys' run defense has been much better today. Much, much better. Travion Williams has 9 carries for 40 yards. Samaje Perine 5 for 12. And now Gio Bernard 2 for 4. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Allen the give to Bernard. who will get maybe 3 yards. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what this is for. Not sure what this flag is for, so stay tuned. Still waiting. The officials remain conversing. Bengals starting to scoot back up. It is holding on the Bengals, so instead of it being third and very short, they flag the woefully poor Bobby Hart for holding on that one. That'll back them up. Bobby Hart is bad at football. And you know what? That's kind of a weak call. But also, Hart didn't do anything he did there. He ended up choke holding Xavier Woods because Woods was going to not make the play. I don't know what Hart's doing there. That's just stupid of him. So 2nd and 17 now for the Bengals. Empty set for Brandon Allen, the backup since Joe Burrow's out for the year with a gruesome knee injury. Play like at 1. They don't get that off. And Zach Taylor has to burn a timeout. So this possession going from bad to worse here for Cincinnati. They might need those timeouts. They had to burn one on 2nd and 17. A lot of confusion as to the offense there for Cincinnati. And A.J. Green was moving somebody around with 2 on the play clock, and they had to call timeout. So what will happen on this drive? Get your votes in. Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt. What do you guys think about it? This might be punt range, which has not yet happened today. Fun fact, for either team, neither team has brought out their punt unit. All drives ended in either a turnover or points. Points for Dallas, points and mostly turnovers so far for the Bengals. So you might get to see Kevin Huber for the first time this game for the Bengals, as it is 2nd and 17 coming up here. Bengals were going to be in 3rd and short, something they've had a lot of success with today, and then Bobby Hart was flagged for the holding. I see punts. People saying Dak is a bum. I think you guys need help if you're talking about Dak in a game in which he's not even playing. Punt, turnover, punt. Punt. A lot of punts in here. A lot of turnovers. No one's saying touchdown, which I like. I think that's the right mindset here. More punts from Nasalia and Mr. Beast and Zamair and Cookie Boy and Cool Dude. A fumble from Alan Williams. He wants the 4P to fumbles here. Craig's complaining about not addressing the offensive line, which, if they were healthy, they would have been fine. Because they also drafted a center. Touchdown from Shira Gort. That's the only TD I see so far in there. Black Soldier says we need to lose. Yeah, not looking great for Team Tank today. Interception from Christina. A punt from Andres. And punts again from Oscar and very saucy. Turnover, touchdown. Luke says Chaz Green is the best. There we go. He's playing for the Colts, by the way, fun fact. Still getting reps. All right, 2nd and 17 coming up. Zach Taylor looks frustrated on the side after calling that timeout. Cowboys were not 1-3 with Dak Prescott. They were 2-3. That's how records and wins and losses work, guys. 2nd and 17. Cowboys playing very far off coverage. They bring 3. Quick pass. And taken down. A good tackle there by Rashard Robinson. A quick pass to Gio Bernard only picks up about 2.5. So 3rd and long, type in your stops. Fun fact, the Bears are blowing out the Houston Texans right now, 30-7. 3rd and 12 coming up. Keep your stops coming. Allen, under pressure, screen, finds Bernard. Aldon Smith can't bring him down, but Jalen Smith does. 4 yards short of the first down marker, and the Bengals will likely punt this one away. And now we have an injured Cowboy player. Rashard Robinson is down. Well, that's troubling for Dallas. If he is unable to return, that means either Deontay Burton or Chris Westry is going to get some run at corner for the Cowboys. That is very troubling there. As we wait for that injury to be addressed, as a reminder, we'll let you guys know what's going on with Cowboys injuries every single week. Hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. We got daily videos for you guys. News, rumors, trade talks, free agency, just like Danelle super chatted earlier. Draft as well. If you guys want to consistently be updated with what's going on around America's team, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything. We'll keep you covered here on the Cowboys Report. So if you haven't already, it's a great time today to subscribe. Hit that big red button. We got about 2,000 people watching live right now. And I know not all of you are actually, so that's okay. I don't expect everyone to be subscribed. That's how these watch parties tend to work out there. But if you're having fun today and you like the Cowboys, great opportunity. Hit that big red button and subscribe so you can stay updated. And be the smartest guy in the room when it comes to the Cowboys. All right, question for you guys now here. The defense looks better, and they're playing a bad team, and I think that matters here. But with that in mind, do you want Mike Nolan fired? Type FN if you want Nolan fired, or if you don't type in FN. Let me know. Do you want to still fire Mike Nolan? I think in reality, you got to make some changes here. Get your votes in there. I'm clapping back at someone on Twitter who says they would rather build around Garrett Gilbert than Dak Prescott. People are dumb. So again, Rashard Robinson is currently down right now for the Cowboys. I don't have an update for you on that. Maybe we'll get one soon. I see a lot of FNs in the comments, though, which doesn't surprise me too much there. When the Cowboys come back out on the field, it will be 4th and 4, Bengals football. They're going to have to probably punt this one away. They do. Kevin Huber on for the first time today. Bouncy kick. Lamb will field it at his own 20-yard line and got nothing there. Dancing around, gets nothing on that play. So the Cowboys will take over. I do spy a Chris Westry on the field, number 31, on special teams duties. So it's 1st and 10 Cowboys here. Get your votes in who you got to win, Cowboys, Bengals. I'd like a touchdown on the drive. That'd be nice. 9:21 to go in the third quarter. Dalton is back out there. Noah Brown in the game. He motions across the field from right to left. Dalton, give to Pollard, who gets maybe a yard there. Blake Bell got pushed pretty far back. And a couple Bengals got penetration. Jesse Bates, one of the best safeties in the NFL amongst them. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Second and 9. Dalton, the toss to Pollard. Knight the lead blocker. Pollard gets the first down, cutting through defenders out to the 35-yard line. Type in your firsts. Tony Pollard actively involved today. With that run, Tony Pollard has more rushing yards than Zeke Elliott. 5 for 22 versus 8 for 18. So 1st and 10 now from actually the 37-yard. That was a 17-yard carry by Pollard. Pollard now gets the play action to Cooper, pulls it down and gets out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Good pickup there to bring up 2nd and short. They're going to say 2nd and 3. Call it a gain of 7, actually. Under 7, actually right about 7.5 to go in the 3rd quarter, excuse me. Give to Pollard, and he gets maybe 2 yards, so 3rd and short coming up. Super chat came in from Andres Gonzalez. Tag and trade Dak with pick for 1st of the Jets. Can that work? I don't know, maybe. But also, do you want to trade all that for Trevor Lawrence, who genuinely may not end up being as good as Dak Prescott? It's a lot to give up. You're trading a 1st, now you're down a receiver, and you, especially in year 1, might downgrade a quarterback. I don't know if that's the path I want to take in all honesty. Pollard out there again on 3rd and 1. He gets the handoff and will not get the 1st down. The right side of that line did not have a good push. So 4th and short coming up. But I will drink for the super chat, Andres. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, not great there by the Cowboys. Joe Looney had a rough rep. Cowboys are on to punt. Disappointing there. 4th and 1. Hunter Nicewander kicks it away, falls down. There's a flag. And goes a great punt by Hunter Nicewander inside the 5. And I want to see what that flag is for. As it stands, a great punt by Hunter Nicewander. Illegal formation on the offense. Brutal. So the Cowboys there are going to repunt it now after the unfortunate turn of events there by Hunter Nicewander. Good punt. It's a fun name to say. They got to try it again thanks to the illegal formation. It was actually on, I believe, Justin March. So now it's 4th and 6. They'll try it again. This one, fair catch called for at about the 11-yard line. So it ends up being almost exactly the same difference. A good punt there by the Cowboys as the Bengals will take over inside their 12-yard line. 47 yards in total. Imagine the thinking how long this Cowboys team kept Chris Jones around. Kept him around and was paying him, and they found a guy that no one had ever heard of before, and he's clearly better. Hysterical in a very painful way. Just insane. Now, we got 2,000 people watching live right now, and only about 500 plus likes. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get those numbers back up. If you're a Cowboys fan, and I know they got some Bengals fans watching, and that's fine, I want you guys to hit that like button. We got 555 right now. Let's get some more in there. Get your likes in as I do some notes here. Hold on. Up to 643 with 2,000 people live right now. Remember, like it if you haven't already. Cowboys are up 20-7 right now. Things have been going fairly well for Dallas. But do you even want to win this game? And I think this is a question that in most cases it's like, duh, Tom, of course we want to win the game. What are you talking about? This game does matter significantly for the NFL draft order, however. So what do you guys want? W for win, L to find a way to lose. Get your votes in here. I am of the mindset that I thought this was a game the Cowboys could win and should win. And so far, that's exactly what the Cowboys have done so far, up 20-7. The schedule is not the most difficult the rest of the way. Niners, Giants, Eagles, not in that order, obviously. But I think this is going to be a team that, yes, they'll win today. I don't really trust this team the rest of the way in terms of having success. They've been a bad team. The defense has done well today. That is because the Bengals have fumbled 3 times, and also the Bengals are a worse football team. So keep that in mind. All right, back to the action. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Brandon Allen pumps, rolls out to his right, finds his man T. Higgins for a gain of about 5 on that one. Rashard Robinson, by the way, is back on the field, so he's fine. Second and 7 coming up. Allen in the shotgun. Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. Touch pass to Tyler Boyd. Boyd will cut it upfield and get nothing really back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down coming up. Type in your stops. And shout out Jason Worm for the super chat. Bottoms up, my friend. Thank you. Cowboys running defense has stepped up today. Under 3.5 yards per touch as of now. Third and 7. Allen over the middle, caught for the first down. T. Higgins beats Rashard Robinson for the first down. Andres Gonzalez says Dak / a pick for Rodgers. Lol, open up a new beer and drink up. I will need a new beer in the near future. Hint, hint to the rest of the staff in the office. No, I don't want to trade for Rodgers because I have a good young franchise quarterback. And also Rodgers has 2 or 3 more years left. I don't want to shorten my window that much. First and 10, the give to Bernard. Dancing around, gets maybe 4 on that one. Got the new beer. We'll crack one open the next super chat that we get. So second and 6 coming up. As a reminder, I will drink for all super chats. Put that up on the bottom. There you guys go. Second and 6 coming up here for the Cowboys. Allen finds, dropped by T. Higgins. Allen hesitated twice and then found Higgins on the slant. Hit him square in the midst, and he just dropped it. Andres says, crack open the new one. Go Cowboys. Here, I'll let you guys hear it. There you go. Higgins, I think he heard the footsteps coming. Xavier Woods ready to try and lay him out. And he moved his head before he had the football. Incomplete pass. Thanks, Andres. Bottoms up, my friend. Allen, quick pass on 3rd and 6. Blown up. Rashard Robinson. 4th down. The Cowboys got their stop. So 4th down coming up for the Bengals late in the 3rd quarter. So Huber on again for the punt. Kicks it away. Lamb at his own 32, falls down, nothing there. And that is where the Cowboys will take over. Now look, the Cowboys are playing good today. The defense has done well. I would still like to remind everyone that the Cowboys should free and play Bradley and I, and free and play Reggie Robinson. It is time. Those guys got to be out there. Even if you win this game, you might have to win out to make the postseason. And even if you win out, you got like a, call it 10% chance of doing it. Doesn't seem all that likely. So I say free and I, free Robinson. Get your votes in there. Allen's upset in the comments. Dallas is not getting rid of Dak, so stop the trade talks. It's annoying. I'll drink to that, my friend. Thank you. So keep those free and I and free Robinson hashtags going in the comment section because they got to do it. I see this popping up a lot in the comments, so I'll give you guys a chance to vote on this too. Do you want Dallas to win today? W for win, L for lose. I will tell you why, to answer those questions, why the Cowboys are winning. Because coaches and players want to win games. If you're Mike Nolan, if you're Mike McCarthy, you lose out, you might not get to keep your job. So yes, this win would drop the Cowboys in the draft order. That's the reality of the situation. And although tanking is something I want to do, it's not how organizations normally operate. They don't actively try to lose games. Now, they might passively try to lose games because they're bad, but not actively do it. So I am down to lose out after this game. I figured this would be a game the Cowboys were going to win so far. They're up 20-7. My score prediction, I think, was 24-20. Better than I thought because the defense has played awesome thanks to 3 takeaways. Cowboys weren't going to try to lose. The Bengals are just a bad team. That's what happens when a stoppable force meets a movable object. Someone's got to end up winning. And so far, it has been the Cowboys in this one. So I see a pretty even split. I get it. It's fine. I understand the win side. I get the loss side as well. It was a win-win for me. Either you would get to enjoy a win for the 4th time all season, or you lose and you get a higher draft pick. That's fine in the end. That's fine. 20-7, as a reminder, is the score of this game. It is Cowboys football at their own 31-yard line. Dalton's been steady. 12 of 16, 124 and a score. Dalton play action to Elliott. Finds Dalton Schultz out to the 40, to the 45, and a little bit more. That's a first down by the Cowboys tight end to move the chains. Type in your firsts, folks. First and 10 from the call it 46-yard line. Elliott gets play action fake. Dalton looking downfield, checks down to Elliott, who gets maybe 6 yards on that one. So second down coming up. Zeke's been fairly quiet today. Remember, he is battling that calf issue as long as a hamstring issue. Tony Pollard has been almost a 50-50 timeshare with him today. It's a gain of 7 actually for Elliott. That's a nice job there. Second and 11. Or he's got to get to 11 now. Excuse me. Second and 3 coming up. Dalton under center. Elliott the lone man in the backfield. Dalton audibling at the line. Play clock down to 4, to 3, 2, 1. The snap. It's a give to Zeke, and Zeke will get the first down. Not a whole lot more, but it was a first down. Type in your first. I like that one. That puts Elliott over 20 yards on the day, 22 to be exact. Still behind Tony Pollard, fun fact. Not so fun fact. on which side you're on. So 1st and 10 Dallas in Bengals territory, 43-yard line. Dalton, play action pass, downfield, nearly picked off and probably should have been by Jesse Bates. Bad throw by Andy Dalton. Bates read that to perfection. In fact, he actually overran it just a touch. That is a bad throw by Dalton. Nice pickup there by Pollard. So 3rd and 3 coming up for Pollard. Picks up about 7 on that one. And there's a false start by the Cowboys. I don't know if Looney snapped that one on time, or if Connor Williams just jumped early. So 3rd and 7 now. So probably the last play of the third quarter, excuse me. Actually, the clock kept ticking. So we head now to the 4th quarter. The Cowboys are up 20-7. I don't know why the clock was running there. It's an incomplete pass on the previous play. Type in your 4s as Andres Gonzalez says, Jalen Smith and a 6 for Jonathan Abram. I think the Raiders say no. Sorry, bud. Now, Abram hasn't been that great, but he was their first-round pick for a reason. I don't think you're finding someone to take that Jalen Smith contract and a 6 in exchange for a starting caliber safety. Just don't really buy that one right there. Now, we've got almost 2,200 people watching live right now. Happy to have all of you here with us. If you haven't already, I want you guys to hit that big red button and subscribe. We're going to stick around after the game ends. We won't be too long afterwards, just to go over some graphics and have a little post-game reaction show for you guys. Breaking down what happened in this one, the future of this team, where things sit, draft order, standing-wise, all of that. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and stuff. Because after the game ends, you can go about your business. But what happens on Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, every day of the week, we got videos for you guys. If you want to stay up to date on everything going on around America's team, hit that big red button and subscribe. No one will keep you more updated than we will here at the Dallas Cowboys Report on YouTube. Let me check in, actually, where we're at in terms of subscribers. I meant to do that earlier today, and I did not. So I don't think we're going to get to 83K today, but I want to get as close as humanly possible. So let me update this here real fast for you guys. Stand by. We are, as it loads, because it's always slow and I got multiple YouTube tabs pulled open. Entering today, we were at 82,116. Geez, it's taking forever to load. Come on. As you guys subscribe here, refusing to load. Let me try my phone. We'll check in again later. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, Oh, there it is. 82364. So we got a good throw 366 now. Got 2 more just now. So 3rd and 8 coming up. There we go. 82366. Thanks for waiting with me. Dalton, downfield. Hit as he throws to nobody. Incomplete. 4th and 8. DC for life. All winning will do is drop us further down the draft. Won't help our season. I'd rather have the draft than a picks and a pointless win. I get where you're coming from. At the same time, if you couldn't beat the Bengals, as there's a flag now on the play, probably for grounding, I think you might have had to move on from Mike McCarthy. And I think from that perspective, finding a way to beat a bad team, a team you're supposed to beat, might actually help you at least a little bit. So, yes, I'd rather have the draft pick, but if you couldn't beat the Bengals, I don't know if McCarthy was ever going to be your guy. And if you want him to be, probably wanted to win this game. That was a flag for grounding, by the way, Andy Dalton, which I thought was kind of BS. He got hit as he threw. But okay. So that backs the Cowboys up from the Bengals 41 back to the Cowboys 49-yard line. Yikes. We'll get to Andres super chat here in a second. Nice wander, kicks it away. High kick. Erickson lets it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cowboys, or Bengals take over at their own 20-yard line. Andres says Gallup or Pollard for Derwin James. Not even for both of them. I love you, Andres, but the Chargers are not going to trade, when healthy, one of the best safeties in the NFL for a backup running back who I like in Tony Pollard, and Michael Gallup, a receiver who is good, but also probably the same tier near of Mike Williams, and they can just draft somebody, and they're better off keeping their all-pro caliber safety. Sorry, bud. But thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, Bengals ball. 1st and 10, 20-yard line. Give up the middle. Samaje Perine, a big pickup. Out past the first down marker. That is a first down for the Bengals. And now we got a Cowboy slow to get up. I did not see who that was. Still don't know who's down there for the Cowboys. Well, they've cut away. So let us know as I wait to see who exactly was hurt. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the comments section. Craig, it's not what I say. If you paid attention at any point during the show, at any show involving Trevor Lawrence, you know I don't think he's a bum. You're not listening to me very well, Craig. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I'll give some shout outs here as we wait for the game to resume. I see one your house. There we go. Pennsylvania, Sweden, Canada, Memphis, Connecticut, San Diego, Long Island, Syracuse, New Jersey, Plano, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, South Carolina, Chicago. Like that one. The bathroom in Chili's. Okay. Weird. Calm down there, Patino. Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware, Oregon, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, my living room. Also technically true. Chattanooga, New York, Virginia, also New York, Dallas, California, Virginia, Maryland, Arkansas from Brendan too. Jacksonville, but just for 2 weeks. Okay. Speaking of Jacksonville, what's going on in that game? I saw Gardner Minshew just got placed in. That's not a huge surprise. They're bad. From the toilet. Okay. Interesting. Oregon, someone says from hell. I kind of doubt that, but, sorry. Dallas, Arkansas, Indiana. By the way, that is Savion Smith, who is down for the Cowboys. Missouri, Maine, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Arkansas, Oregon. Jason says work. Don't worry, I won't tell your boss, buddy. We'll keep it quiet here. Frisco, Tampa, Oklahoma, Indiana, California, Utah, Maryland, Winnipeg, Canada as well. That is Savion Smith, who is currently down for the Cowboys. So I'll try and see who checks back in the game at corner, since the Cowboys are down to another different practice squad option. Not ideal. Looks like Deontay Burton. I'll get a double check here. Play action pass. It's actually CJ Goodwin in the game at corner. Higgins again, another drop. That one was behind him. but he should have pulled it in. So another drop there for the Cowboys, or for the Bengals, in favor of the Cowboys. C.J. Goodwin has checked into the game here. Second and 10 coming up. Quick strike caught by A.J. Green for a gain of 5. Jordan Lewis in on the tackle. And then some extracurricular stuff going on afterward. And now Rashard Robinson is slow to get up, and he's going to check out briefly as he limps off to the sideline. Not ideal. Robinson getting checked out, so the Cowboys are down to, I think this is the 5th string now? I think that's how the math checks out. Chris Westry is one of those corners, along with Deontay Burton, as there is now a timeout by the Cowboys. So 20-7, Dallas leads. I want you guys to predict the final score of this game. What do you think it'll end up being? I'll give some shout outs here as I get a sip of my water in just a second. I see a lot of people still typing out where they're watching from. It's fine. 20-7 is one of them. Okay, I guess that makes sense there. I see 35-14. High scoring finish. Okay, I like that there. Keep them coming in there. Predict the score. All right. 3rd and 5 coming up. Allen pumps, rolls out to his left. Trying to get there. He's not going to. Deontay Burton, a great stop. 4th and short coming up. Bengals got to go for this one if they're trying to win the game. DeMarcus Lawrence beat Bobby Hart on a little stunt and gave pressure along with Alden Smith. And Burton did a good job to make the play. Lawrence gets credit for a tackle too. So 4th and short coming up. 4th and 2 to be exact. Not entirely sure what T. Higgins is doing there. Empty set for the Bengals. Chris Westry on the field. Quick pass caught by T. Higgins. He beats Burton out to the 45-yard line. A big pickup. Savion Smith has been dubbed questionable to return. It's a 18-yard pickup on 4th and 2 for the Bengals. Higgins has done well today, 5 for 49, but also 2 drops. 1st and 10, Allen play action pass. Gregory almost gets to him. He has to check it down and finds Samaje Perine for a gain of a couple. 2nd down coming up. Call it 2nd and 7. Randy Gregory almost got to Brandon Allen. Hit him hard, too. Allen in the shotgun. Shout out Don McGowan for the super chat. Give up the middle to Perine. Breaks a tackle, but nothing there. Bunch of Cowboys players in on the tackle. 3rd down coming up. Don just said $5 super chat. Thank you, Don. And Elite says, why can't you show the game? Because that's not legally allowed. If we show the game, then there's no more Cowboys Report. So I'm not going to show the game. Sorry. All we can do is give you the score and the play-by-play, and I'll tweet highlights out at What Going Down. Just my headset here, sorry. 3rd and 6. Type in your stops here. Allen taking a shot downfield. Caught, I believe, by A.J. Green. He found the soft spot in the zone. Xavier Woods was there, but not in time, and now Brandon Allen is limping. Somebody, I don't think, ran the route coverage. I think Chris Westry was confused as to what the situation was there in terms of coverage, because he went man, and they found the zone behind him. So Allen is out there limping, but he's still playing. Allen, the give to Pirine, who gets nothing really. Allen's taken some shots on this drive, and he's been a little bit gimpy lately. Yeah, he is not moving very well. He might have to come out of the game. He's still in there on 2nd and 9. Allen checks it down, high to Drew Sample, who will break a tackle of Deontay Burton. I think he got the first down. They're going to mark him. Yes, a first down for the Bengals. Allen out there on one leg, limping substantially, as we are now 9 minutes to go in the game. Cowboys lead 20-7. Allen to give up the middle. Pirine into the end zone. Touchdown. Bengals. Ball pops out late. Gregory recovers it. I think he crossed the plane, but I think it's going to be a touchdown Cincinnati. They do rule touchdown. We'll see the replay. There is a flag down as well, so a lot to break down here. Hold on. But there's holding on the offense. So a 13-yard touchdown run up the middle is negated. Oh, my goodness. Quentin Spain gets flagged for holding. Let's watch the replay here. And that's a pretty weak call if that's actually on 67. I don't see a lot of holding there. Maybe a little bit on the outside, but I don't know. Generous call either way. We'll take it. That'll back them up. 1st and 17 now. From the 20. Allen, screen pass to Williams, who gets 4 yards on that one. Jordan Lewis with a credit for the tackle there. So 2nd down coming up. Probably got to pull Brandon Allen out of there. That dude is limping everywhere and can't plant. Second and 12 with 8:24 to go. Not sure what the timeout for is here. You guys can predict what will happen on this drive. Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover. Well, now Chris Westry and Xavier Woods are walking off the field. Goodness gracious. Cowboys are almost out of healthy corners. Maybe they'll actually get Reggie Robinson on the damn field now. I'm going to look to see if Robinson's out there on this next play. $8:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Everyone wants to see Reggie. Free Robinson. Second and 12. Still have a damn aerial trying to see who's on the field at corner. Woods is still out there. Delayed handoff. Williams picks up about 5 of it to the 10-yard line. No Robinson. Maybe Reggie Robinson isn't good. Either way, I'd like to see him out there because I know the other guys aren't good either. In this case, it could be a boat actually applies. Third and 7. Allen wheel route behind his man, and Savion Smith, who is back in the game, was in on the coverage. So 4th and 7. The Bengals are down by 13. They're going to have to go for it here. They got no other options. Allen out there struggling and limping around. Woods still out there too. 4th and 7. Allen in the shotgun. Takes a shot to the corner of the end zone. It wasn't even close. He missed by 5 yards out of the back of the end zone on 4th and 7. What a bad pass that was. Yikes. They got the stop. Type in stop if you want. That was just a horrible throw by Brandon Allen. I don't know why he's out there in all honesty. That was gross. It was a shot to the corner of the end zone. Nobody there. What was that? Makes no sense whatsoever. If you guys haven't already hit that big red button and subscribe, we're going to keep you covered on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys. So if you want consistent updates, hit that big red button and sub today. It is Cowboys football at their own 10-yard line, up 20-7, with 7:23 to go in the ball game. You can let me know what you think will happen on this drive. Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover. Get your predictions in for me, folks. Sip my water here. Some splashed on me. Just 7.5 minutes left. I wonder if it's seen the last of Brandon Allen because that dude is not healthy right now. First and 10. It's a give to Elliott. Elliott gets free. Zeke to the 25-yard line to the 30, into the 35-yard line. That is Zeke Elliott's longest run of the year. Type in Zeke. My fantasy team says thank you, Zeke. Nice run there by Elliott. He picked up 26. And unlike his other only 20-plus yard run of the season, didn't fumble this time. First down, Cowboys. Dalton under center now. Gives to Elliott. Elliott will lose 2 yards on that one. Blown up in the backfield by Josh Bynes, the linebacker. Not good. So 2nd and 12 coming up. Dalton in the shotgun. Flag on the play. Hit as he throws. Ball pops loose. They blow it dead. That was Josh Bynes again making plays. I think it's going to be offsides on the defense. They're checking out Brandon Allen on the sideline, the Bengals quarterback. He might not be in. And the next drive. It's actually Carl Lawson who got the pressure there, not Josh Bynes. My bad. 2nd and 7. Tony Pollard checks in. Dalton pumps. Double move. Goes the other direction. Caught by CeeDee Lamb. Lamb breaks a tackle to the 30-yard line inside the 30, and there's a flag, however. So as it stands, you can get your CDs in, but what's the flag for? Dalton moved away from Cooper, and I'm pretty sure he was open for a touchdown. But it's a big pickup for CeeDee Lamb, 32 yards. Type in your CD. Shot downfield, broken up, incomplete. Tried to go to Gallup, could not bring it in. So 2nd and 10 coming up. It's a give to Elliott, and he gets maybe 2 yards on that one. 3rd and long coming up now, inside of 5.5 to go. By the way, that pass to Gallup definitely should have been PI. Sorry, I thought I pushed that scoreboard up. My bad. 3rd and 8 coming up. You can type in your CD, I guess. Should like the video, guys. I want to get to 1,000 likes before the end of the show. I think we can do it. So like it if you haven't already. Yeah. They don't like it. The bosses are mad at me. Just like it for me. Help me out. We got 2,000 plus live right now. So 3rd and 8. We got 802 likes. Dalton under duress. The Bengals brought the house and it got home. Another deep sack for the Cowboys. So with about 5 minutes to go, the Bengals defense steps up. That's a loss of 10. They ran the deep wide stunt, and the Cowboys were not ready for it. Knight followed his man, and Sewell had no chance to get all the way out wide on that one. That did not go well there for the Cowboys. They're going to bring out Greg Zuerlein here to make it a 16-point game. This is a 55-yard try. Zuerlein's kick is up, and it is good. He got it from 55. How about that one? So Zuerlein is good again for the Cowboys. 23-7. Cowboys are up in this one. Type in your FGs there, as that was a big kick by Zuerlein. I'm a little surprised that it went that far. It was a good kick by Greg the leg. Cowboys now lead 23-7, and they should be able to hold on in this one, barring an utter collapse. Check some things here. Stay tuned. Keep the FGs coming there. You also get your votes in here. Looking forward to the rest of the season. What do you guys want the Cowboys to do? Win or lose? Or tank, excuse me. W for win, T for tank. Get your votes in, folks. W for win, T for tank. Andres Gonzalez Super Chat says, bring Gilbert in for the rest of the game. I don't think they will, mostly because this game means a little bit more for Dalton, and I feel like they'll just keep him out there. But if they do, it's fine. I don't have an issue with it. In the end, he'll just turn on and hand it off. That's all it's going to be, you know? So I wouldn't get too worked up about that one there. Kickoff is a touchback, by the way. So the Bengals will take over down 23-7 late in the fourth. Got 888 likes. I want to get to 100 here, guys. We can do it. And now Tyrone Crawford a bit slow to get after. He got a sack. Type in sack. I think that's Crawford's first one of the year. Ryan Finley's in the game. Quick pass and not much there to Tyler Boyd. Jordan Lewis in on the tackle. Third and 10 coming up. Finley. Gregory giving chase. Finley avoids it. Crawford brings him down for his second sack of the game. So the Bengals now 4th and 19. They just want to punt this one away. So 2 sacks for Crawford. Defense loves it. They're going to go for it on 4th down and forever. Finley nearly picked off by Leighton Vander Esch, but it's for the best. The Cowboys will take over deep in Bengals territory. So it is Cowboys football now. 1st and 10. Deep in Bengals territory, 3:37 to play. From the 16-yard line. Dalton to give to Pollard. And Pollard will get about 4 yards on that one. 2nd and 6 coming up. Cowboys defense has done its job today. They have been really their best showing of the season against the worst team they played, but that's fair. Second and 6 coming up. Pollard's still in the game in the backfield. He gets the handoff on a stretch play and gets another 3 or 4 yards. So 3rd and short coming up now. Cowboys have to run one more play, then it will be the 2-minute warning. But a 7-second difference between the game clock, or the play clock and the game clock. So you could do play action here if you wanted. See what Kellen Moore dials up here. Dalton's under center. Noah Brown, one of the receivers, comes in motion. It's a give to Pollard. Pollard will not get the first down. He's 2 yards shy. And that'll do it for the 2-minute warning. So look, this game is over. The Cowboys have won. That much is profoundly clear. So let me know who you think the MVP was against the Bengals. Because I think you could go quite a few different routes here. I really do. With the way this one went, I think you can make a strong pitch for a lot of different players. DeMarcus Lawrence had the early strip sack. Tony Pollard's rushed decently today, although he's kind of cooled down. Zeke had a big-time run. I think in general, probably got to be someone on the defense. Maybe you want to go Alden Smith just because he had the defensive touchdown. The defense as a unit played really well today. Lawrence was effective, had the forced fumble, the tackle for loss. Tyrone Crawford had 2 late sacks because that's just, of course, how that game went. Feels cheating, but I think defensive unit might be the best route to end up pursuing from that perspective. So I'll get some shout-outs here. I see Cooper. He was good, 4 for 51 and a score, and should have had more if Dalton just, throws it. Maybe you give the game ball to Andy Dalton just because, he beat his old team. Oh, Jordan Lewis played pretty well, yeah. The Bengals get the MVP. That's fair. I like that one too. Mike Nolan, okay. Pollard, Cooper, the whole team. DeMarcus Lawrence, someone says Romo. You guys got to move on, man. Earl Thomas. Jesus. Alden Smith, yeah, he only had 2 tackles, but, that 80-whatever yard fumble recovery for a score, that matters a lot. The Bengals offense gets the MVP. Okay. Maybe Bengals offense makes the most sense. Whole team, a lot of Bengals offense. Now, Cooper, I thought, played really well. I thought Lamb played well, only 2 targets, but he made the most of them. Jalen had a fumble recovery too today. Thought Jalen Smith played, actually, outside of a couple bad run fits, I thought Smith played pretty well. So, yeah, I think that works. 23-7. We are at the 2-minute warning here. Cowboys will go for it. Bengals have no timeouts. A first down will end the game. Play action. Dalton to Pollard. Pollard's going to score because why not? Touchdown Dallas. Don't know if he was supposed to score there, but Tony Pollard does. Dalton gets one more as the Cowboys go up 29-7 with the extra point coming up. Play action to Pollard, and they found Pollard in the flat. No one really went with him. TP20 wanted to score, man. Who can blame him? 2 touchdowns on the day for Andy Dalton against his old team. And the Cowboys lead soon to be 30-7. Zuerlein on now for the extra point. That one is up and dead center as well. Cowboys winning in a blowout in this one, thanks to 3 early turnovers by the Bengals offense that kind of sunk them. So 30-7, the Dallas Cowboys lead over the Cincinnati Bengals. One of their best showings of the season. Honest Gonzalez says Tony Pollard and Tom Downey for MVP. I'll drink to it at least, fellas. A good showing by Dallas, a rare win for the organization this year as Dalton gets revenge against his old team. Last time they allowed fewer than 10 points, week 3 of 2019. Would be nice to get that today. So Zuerlein on now for the kickoff. There's a minute 55 to go in the ball game. Zuerlein, a low line drive, will go out of the end zone for a touchback. As we'll see what the Bengals try to muster together in a game that is already out of their hands and might, frankly, and I know many of Bengals fans say it should, lead to the firing of head coach Zach Taylor because he's just not very good. Just a minute 55 left to go in this ball game. It's a give up the middle to Travion Williams as the Bengals seem happy. Just kneel this one out. Or bleed the clock out, I should say. Getting some scoreboard set up here. Don't mind me. Finley, another draw on 2nd and 6, and Randy Gregory helped blow that one up. Nothing doing. 3rd and 6. The Bengals are just taking their good old sweet time, running the football up the middle for reasons. This might end up being the last play of the game. Finley, the handoff again to Williams, and Williams will get 5 yards on that one, but not enough for the first down. That is going to do it. The Dallas Cowboys come out on top in this one, 30-17. A strong showing today by the Cowboys as they get back on track a little bit. This had not been a good season for them. They win this one 30-7. They improve to 4-9, 3-9-1 for the Bengals here. A good showing in the end by the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys fumbled on their first 3 drives, and then those all led to points by the Dallas Cowboys. They improved to 4-9. Bengals, actually 2-9-1. My bad. 2-10-1. So I'm all over the place on my records here. 2-10-1 for the Bengals. 4-9 for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas comes out on top. They have one of their better showings of the season. Everything seemed to go their way. Everything seemed to go in the proper direction for that organization. A kind of a bittersweet win, I think I'll call it there. A game in which the Cowboys they win. They also drop in the NFL draft order, something I don't think that team really wanted to have happen. But you know what? That's okay. It's not the end of the world here. Cowboys win 30-7. Give me 1 second here, folks. Cowboys improved to 4-9. Bengals dropped to 2-10-1. The Bengals were sunk, quite frankly, after dropping their... They had good possessions going, 3 straight drives in a row, and then they messed up big time. 30-7, the final score in this one. So stick around here, folks. In just a second, we're going to do our full-fledged post-game reaction as the Cowboys win over the Bengals 30-7. Cowboys win 30-7 over the Cincinnati Bengals. An impressive showing for this team in terms of what we've seen in recent weeks. The Cowboys defense, by a wide margin, by the way, had its best showing of the season. I thought that defense had, after watching them struggle in game after game after game after game, they bounced back in a big-time way. So with the win in hand, a 30-7 win, as we'll break this down more in depth, I want you guys to give me your one-word reaction to this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. The Cowboys came out on top. I know some of you are upset because you wanted the Cowboys to lose, and I do understand that because in the long run, you can make a good argument that this might be the best path for this Dallas Cowboys team. But in the end, I think that's okay to win games. You're not going to win very many of these down the stretch. So to get a win, I think is nice for this organization. That is helpful for them when it's all said and done. So the Cowboys come out on top. Give me your one-word reaction in the comments section. Let's talk revenge game now for the Cowboys. That indeed was one Andy Dalton. He put together a not perfect, but a pretty solid showing nonetheless. I don't think he had his best performance in the end. There were definitely some missed opportunities that Dalton had out there. He finishes this game, by the way, 16 of 23. He throws for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns on top of that. So Dalton, was he perfect? No, he certainly was not. But I thought he had one of his better games of the season because Dalton has been a little inconsistent. Now, I do want to point out one play in particular in which Dalton had a better opportunity. Amari Cooper on a double move, and he just didn't take advantage of it. And it would have been nice to have seen Dalton try to press that shot down. But no, it was a completion. It went to CeeDee Lamb, it's tough to complain that much about it when it's all said and done. But I do think if you're the Cowboys, you're open for a little bit more out of Dalton. It's tough to complain too much. 30-7, of course, was the final score in this one. Things went pretty well overall for the Cowboys and for the offense. The ground game was nothing special, but it worked out pretty decently overall. But Dalton was steady, and I think this was the type of game that this is what you were hoping to get out of Andy Dalton when you signed him. He's not the best player on this team. We simply have to accept that. He is not going to be the awesome elite quarterback who needs Dak Prescott type of guy that some people out there wanted to say. But I thought he played pretty well, and that's good enough for the Cowboys. They got the win. That's steady enough for him. So who do you think was the MVP in this game? Maybe give it to Dalton. He's the quarterback. He played against his old team. Give him the game ball, so to speak. I think the entire defense might end up having a very good argument for that one because they completely shut down the Bengals' everything in this game. So let me know in the comments. In fact, I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. Who was the MVP for Dallas against the Bengals? Let's go now to some defensive talk. Now, there was the report before the game from Ian Rappaport that said, hey, that Mike Nolan's in trouble. The full expectation is that Mike McCarthy comes back, but they might make some changes elsewhere, and Mike Nolan is the obvious candidate there to potentially be moved on from and fired. And the defense has been bad this year. It was at least nice and reassuring a little bit to see the Dallas Cowboys put together their best defensive performance of the season. Now, I do want to throw in one big but here. The Bengals are terrible. They don't have Joe Burrow. Their offensive line is worse than the Dallas Cowboys. They're bad. Brandon Allen was okay. Ryan Finley was terrible once he got put in the game. Couldn't handle any type of pressure. They didn't run the ball very well. More importantly, the Cowboys forced 3 critical takeaways. And I think that was arguably the most important part of this game for the Dallas Cowboys. To get those takeaways, that's the reason they won this game. I think that matters for them in the end. But of course, this is a bad football team. So what I want to know from you guys right now is, do you still want to move on and fire Mike Nolan? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section here. If you want to fire Mike Nolan, I want you guys to type in FN in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to move on from Mike Nolan? If that's the case, I want everyone watching live right now or watching on demand after the show gets posted here. Type in your FN in the comments section. So I am still down to move on from Mike Nolan. I do feel better that the Cowboys had a little bit more success today, moving the ball downfield and all of that, and the defense stepping up a lot better than I did previously. But you know what? That doesn't mean this is a good team. So I still want to move on from Mike Nolan. I feel better about this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Also have a deal available for you guys for the rest of the day. If you are a new BetUS customer, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code that you see on screen right now. That is Cowboys125. You go there, it'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. And for today only, a Dak Prescott jersey as well. If you want that, you got to email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. That is cowboys@chatsports.com. Go check out that email today. Just email us if you have questions or anything. We'll take care of you. Again, it is only available for new BetUS customers. So if you haven't already, you got to do it quickly here. Go check that out. Again, it's chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is Cowboys125 if you want to get in on that deal. Then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. I do want to look ahead a little bit right now to where things currently sit for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of the playoff picture. The Cowboys are 4-9. Obviously, the Giants are not technically losing or have lost, but they're going to lose to the Cardinals. That game's in reality over. It's like a 3-score game as you said you're filming this. Washington holds that division lead then at 5-7 with a advantage over Dallas for winning the head-to-head, sweeping the head-to-head. So the Cowboys, hypothetically, when we sit down tomorrow, could be a game back. They're not really a game back, though. This team, in reality, they're not going to do it. They are not going to find a way to win the NFC East. I know some of you are holding out hope. It's done. It's not going to happen. You're cooked. It's simply not going to be the case because the rest of the way, your schedule was not overly difficult. You've got the Niners, you've got the Eagles, and you've got the Giants. Maybe you win a game or even somehow you get lucky and win 2 of those. I think that's pretty darn unlikely. I think what's a lot more likely is you lose out and you finish 4-12 this year, and you might end up with a top 5 pick. Now, this game for the Jaguars, by the way, assumes a loss. They're also getting blown out, so it's a pretty safe assumption there. Jets and Jags, you got 4 wins now. You're not going to catch them. The Bengals at 2-10-1, you're not going to be able to catch those either. So in reality, you're not getting a top 3 pick. Now, the Chargers might help you out enough that you can get back to that 4 spot. I kept 5 out because the Cowboys were 5. There's a lot of other games going on, so we'll check in again on Monday and see exactly where the Cowboys currently sit in terms of the draft order. But in the end, they're going to have a high draft pick. They're not going to win the division. It's time to embrace the tank. So, what do you guys want the Cowboys to do? As I said before today's game, I thought this was a type of game that the Cowboys would be able to win. I thought this would be a matchup that would favor Dallas and allow them to have a little bit more success than what we've seen as of late. I think that made sense. That this was going to be a game in which Dallas was able to win. The Bengals are bad. They're a bad football team. But of course I want a tank in the end. I'm not surprised Dallas won because as much as we might want it, doesn't mean that the players and coaches are trying to lose. Because if the Cowboys had lost to the Bengals, I'd probably be voicing a lot of concerns about Mike McCarthy. Now I feel at least a little bit better about it. So get your votes in here. W for win or T for tank. I am very much right now on the side of Team Tank. Now, if you guys want to be updated on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys, all you guys got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. That includes all the latest news, the rumors, the draft talk we're going to have a lot of as we move forward. If you want to join the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there, hit that big red button and subscribe today. So keep that in mind. It's simple. It's free. All you guys got to do is go hit that big red button right now. Let's talk now about the offense, the ground game to wrap things up here. Tony Pollard got himself a little bit more involved in today's showing. He had 11 carries for 39 yards, plus, of course, had that receiving touchdown as well, which I know meant a decent amount for him and everyone else. He had a long of 17 in this one, the 39 yards, also chipped in the end in terms of the passing game. 2 catches, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. If you manage to play Zeke Elliott or play Pollard in your fantasy league, good luck. I played Zeke Elliott this week, and I am once again disappointed. Now, I thought Zeke played better. And in the end, I feel very confident saying that the Dallas Cowboys just found a way to limit him a little bit more. He was coming off the hamstring injury. He was coming off the calf issue as well. I think what ended up happening here is the Cowboys are like, look, man, we got to be cautious with our star player. We have to sit him. We don't want to overwork him in a meaningless game in the end. I thought that was the right decision in the end for the Cowboys. And you know what? From the coaching staff's perspective, it ended up working. The Cowboys found a way to win this one 30-7. They come out on top. The Bengals offense was a disaster. 3 fumbles early on. In the end, I thought that was about what the Cowboys wanted to do. So I will give the Cowboys credit for that one. They come out on top 30-7. Now, we're going to throw this on loop here in just a second, folks, breaking down everything that happened from today's game. So if you haven't already, you know what? Do me a favor. Make sure you guys are subscribed here. So if you haven't already, I want you guys to hit that big red button. And coming up next is everything that we did for you guys. The news, the rumors, the reaction. Thankfully, no major injury updates. That's all coming up on loop right now. Cowboys win 30-7 over the Cincinnati Bengals. An impressive showing for this team in terms of what we've seen in recent weeks. The Cowboys defense, by a wide margin, by the way, had its best showing of the season. I thought that defense had after watching them struggle in game after game after game after game, they bounced back in a big-time way. So with the win in hand, a 30-7 win, as we'll break this down more in depth, I want you guys to give me your one-word reaction to this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. The Cowboys came out on top. I know some of you are upset because you wanted the Cowboys to lose, and I do understand that because in the long run, you can make a good argument that this might be the best path for this Dallas Cowboys team. But in the end, I think that's okay to win games. You're not going to win very many of these down the stretch. So to get a win, I think is nice for this organization. That is helpful for them when it's all said and done. So the Cowboys come out on top. Give me your one-word reaction in the comments section. Let's talk revenge game now for the Cowboys. That indeed was one Andy Dalton. He put together a not perfect, but a pretty solid showing nonetheless. I don't think he had his best performance in the end. There were definitely some missed opportunities that Dalton had out there. He finishes this game, by the way, 16 of 23. He throws for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns on top of that. So Dalton, was he perfect? No, he certainly was not. But I thought he had one of his better games of the season because Dalton has been a little inconsistent. Now, I do want to point out one play in particular in which Dalton had a better opportunity. Amari Cooper on a double move, and he just didn't take advantage of it. It would have been nice to have seen Dalton try to press that shot downfield. Now, it was a completion. It went to CeeDee Lamb. It's tough to complain that much about it when it's all said and done. But I do think if you're the Cowboys, you're open for a little bit more out of Dalton. It's tough to complain too much. 30-7, of course, was the final score in this one. Things went pretty well overall for the Cowboys and for the offense. The ground game was nothing special, but it worked out pretty decently overall. But Dalton was steady, and I think this was the type of game that this is what you were hoping to get out of Andy Dalton when you signed him. He's not the best player on this team. We simply have to accept that. He is not going to be the awesome elite quarterback who needs Dak Prescott type of guy that some people out there wanted to say. But I thought he played pretty well, and that's good enough for the Cowboys. They got the win. That's steady enough for him. So who do you think was the MVP in this game? Maybe give it to Dalton. He's the quarterback. He played against his old team. Give him the game ball, so to speak. I think the entire defense might end up having a very good argument for that one because they completely shut down the Bengals' everything in this game. So let me know in the comments. In fact, I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. Who was the MVP for Dallas against the Bengals? Let's go now to some defensive talk. Now, there was the report before the game from Ian Rappaport that said, hey, that Mike Nolan's in trouble. The full expectation is that Mike McCarthy comes back, but they might make some changes elsewhere, and Mike Nolan is the obvious candidate there to potentially be moved on from and fired. And the defense has been bad this year. It was at least nice and reassuring a little bit to see the Dallas Cowboys put together their best defensive performance of the season. Now, I do want to throw in one big but here. The Bengals are terrible. They don't have Joe Burrow. Their offensive line is worse than the Dallas Cowboys. They're bad. Brandon Allen was okay. Ryan Finley was terrible once he got put in the game. Couldn't handle any type of pressure. They didn't run the ball very well. More importantly, the Cowboys forced 3 critical takeaways. And I think that was arguably the most important part of this game for the Dallas Cowboys. To get those takeaways, that's the reason they won this game. I think that matters for them in the end. But of course, this is a bad football team. So what I want to know from you guys right now is, do you still want to move on and fire Mike Nolan? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section here. If you want to fire Mike Nolan, I want you guys to type in FN in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to move on from Mike Nolan? If that's the case, I want everyone watching live right now. We're watching on demand after the show gets posted here. Type in your FN in the comments section. So I am still down to move on from Mike Nolan. I do feel better that the Cowboys had a little bit more success today moving the ball downfield and all of that, and the defense stepping up a lot better than I did previously. But you know what? That doesn't mean this is a good team. So I still want to move on from Mike Nolan. I feel better about this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Also have a deal available for you guys for the rest of the day. If you are a new BetUS customer, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code that you see on screen right now. That is Cowboys125. You go there, it'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. And for today only, a Dak Prescott jersey as well. If you want that, you got to email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. That is cowboys@chatsports.com. Go check out that email today. Just email us if you have questions or anything. We'll take care of you. Again, it is only available for new BetUS customers. So if you haven't already, you got to do it quickly here. Go check that out. Again, it's chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is Cowboys125 if you want to get in on that deal. Then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. I do want to look ahead a little bit right now to where things currently sit for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of the playoff picture. The Cowboys are 4-9. Obviously, the Giants are not technically losing or have lost, but they're going to lose to the Cardinals. That game's in reality over. It's like a 3-score game as you said you're filming this. Washington holds that division lead then at 5-7 with a advantage over Dallas for winning the head-to-head, sweeping the head-to-head. So the Cowboys, hypothetically, when we sit down tomorrow, could be a game back. They're not really a game back, though. This team, in reality, they're not going to do it. They are not going to find a way to win the NFC East. I know some of you are holding out hope. It's done. It's not going to happen. You're cooked. It's simply not going to be the case because the rest of the way, your schedule was not overly difficult. You've got the Niners, you've got the Eagles, and you've got the Giants. Maybe you win a game, or even somehow you get lucky and win 2 of those. I think that's pretty darn unlikely. I think what's a lot more likely is you lose out, and you finish 4-12 this year, and you might end up with a top 5 pick. Now, this game for the Jaguars, by the way, assumes a loss. They're also getting blown out, so it's a pretty safe assumption there. Jets and Jags, you got 4 wins now. You're not going to catch them. The Bengals at 2-10-1, you're not going to be able to catch those either. So in reality, you're not getting a top 3 pick. Now, the Chargers might help you out enough that you can get back to that 4 spot. I kept 5 out because the Cowboys were 5. There's a lot of other games going on, so we'll check in again on Monday and see exactly where the Cowboys currently sit in terms of the draft order. But in the end, they're going to have a high draft pick. They're not going to win the division. Time to embrace the tank. So, what do you guys want the Cowboys to do? As I said before today's game, I thought this was a type of game that the Cowboys would be able to win. I thought this would be a matchup that would favor Dallas and allow them to have a little bit more success than what we've seen as of late. I think that made sense. That this was going to be a game in which Dallas was able to win. The Bengals are bad. They're a bad football team. But of course I want a tank in the end. I'm not surprised Dallas won because as much as we might want it, doesn't mean that the players and coaches are trying to lose. Because if the Cowboys had lost to the Bengals, I'd probably be voicing a lot of concerns about Mike McCarthy. Now I feel at least a little bit better about it. So get your votes in here. W for win or T for tank. I am very much right now on the side of Team Tank. Now, if you guys want to be updated on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys, all you guys got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. That includes all the latest news, the rumors, the draft talk we're going to have a lot of as we move forward. If you want to join the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there, hit that big red button and subscribe today. So keep that in mind. It's simple. It's free. All you guys got to do is go hit that big red button right now. Let's talk now about the offense, the ground game to wrap things up here. Tony Pollard got himself a little bit more involved in today's showing. He had 11 carries for 39 yards, plus, of course, had that receiving touchdown as well, which I know meant a decent amount for him and everyone else. He had a long of 17 in this one, the 39 yards, also chipped in the end in terms of the passing game. 2 catches, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. If you manage to play Zeke Elliott or play part in your fantasy league, good luck. I played Zeke Elliott this week, and I am once again disappointed. Now, I thought Zeke played better, and in the end, I feel very confident saying that the Dallas Cowboys just found a way to limit him a little bit more. He was coming off the hamstring injury. He was coming off the calf issue as well. I think what ended up happening here is the Cowboys were like, look, man, we got to be cautious with our star player. We have to sit him. We don't want to overwork him in a meaningless game in the end. I thought that was the right decision in the end for the Cowboys. And you know what? From the coaching staff's perspective, it ended up working. The Cowboys found a way to win this one 30-7. They come out on top. The Bengals offense was a disaster. 3 fumbles early on. In the end, I thought that was about what the Cowboys wanted to do. So I will give the Cowboys credit for that one. They come out on top 32. Cowboys win 30-7 over the Cincinnati Bengals. An impressive showing for this team in terms of what we've seen in recent weeks. The Cowboys defense, by a wide margin, by the way, had its best showing of the season. I thought that defense had, after watching them struggle in game after game after game after game, they bounced back in a big-time way. So with the win in hand, a 30-7 win, as we'll break this down more in depth, I want you guys to give me your one-word reaction to this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. The Cowboys came out on top. I know some of you are upset because you wanted the Cowboys to lose, and I do understand that because in the long run, you can make a good argument that this might be the best half for this Dallas Cowboys team. But in the end, I think that's okay to win games. You're not going to win very many of these down the stretch. So to get a win, I think is nice for this organization. That is helpful for them when it's all said and done. So the Cowboys come out on top. Give me your one-word reaction in the comments section. Let's talk revenge game now for the Cowboys. That indeed was one Andy Dalton. He put together a not perfect, but a pretty solid showing nonetheless. I don't think he had his best performance in the end. There were definitely some missed opportunities that Dalton had out there. He finishes this game, by the way, 16 of 23. He throws for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns on top of that. So Dalton, was he perfect? No, he certainly was not. But I thought he had one of his better games of the season because Dalton has been a little inconsistent. Now, I do want to point out one play in particular in which Dalton had a better opportunity. Amari Cooper on a double move, and he just didn't take advantage of it. It would have been nice to have seen Dalton try to press that shot downfield. Now, it was a completion. It went to CeeDee Lamb. It's tough to complain that much about it when it's all said and done, but I do think if you're the Cowboys, you're open for a little bit more out of Dalton. It's tough to complain too much. 30-7, of course, was the final score in this one. Things went pretty well overall for the Cowboys and for the offense. The ground game was nothing special, but it worked out pretty decently overall. But Dalton was steady, and I think this was the type of game that this is what you were hoping to get out of Andy Dalton when you signed him. He's not the best player on this team. We simply have to accept that. He is not going to be the awesome elite quarterback who needs Dak Prescott type of guy that some people out there wanted to say. But I thought he played pretty well, and that's good enough for the Cowboys. They got the win. That's steady enough for him. So who do you think was the MVP in this game? Maybe give it to Dalton. He's the quarterback. He played against his old team. give him the game ball, so to speak. I think the entire defense might end up having a very good argument for that one because they completely shut down the Bengals' everything in this game. So let me know in the comments. In fact, I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. Who was the MVP for Dallas against the Bengals? Let's go now to some defensive talk. Now, there was the report before the game from Ian Rappaport that said, hey, that Mike Nolan's in trouble. The full expectation is that Mike McCarthy comes back, but they might make some changes elsewhere, and Mike Nolan is the obvious candidate there to potentially be moved on from and fired. And the defense has been bad this year. It was at least nice and reassuring a little bit to see the Dallas Cowboys put together their best defensive performance of the season. Now, I do want to throw in one big but here. The Bengals are terrible. They don't have Joe Burrow. Their offensive line is worse than the Dallas Cowboys. They're bad. Brandon Allen was okay. Ryan Finley was terrible once he got put in the game. Couldn't handle any type of pressure. They didn't run the ball very well. More importantly, the Cowboys forced 3 critical takeaways. And I think that was arguably the most important part of this game for the Dallas Cowboys. To get those takeaways, that's the reason they won this game. I think that matters for them in the end. But of course, this is a bad football team. So what I want to know from you guys right now is, do you still want to move on and fire Mike Nolan? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section here. If you want to fire Mike Nolan, I want you guys to type in FN in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to move on from Mike Nolan? If that's the case, I want everyone watching live right now or watching on demand after the show gets posted here. Type in your FN in the comments section. So I am still down to move on from Mike Nolan. I do feel better that the Cowboys had a little bit more success today, moving the ball downfield and all of that, and the defense stepping up a lot better than I did previously. But you know what? That doesn't mean this is a good team. So I still want to move on from Mike Nolan. I feel better about this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Also have a deal available for you guys for the rest of the day. If you are a new BetUS customer, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code that you see on screen right now. That is Cowboys125. You go there, it'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. And for today only, a Dak Prescott jersey as well. If you want that, you got to email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. That is cowboys@chatsports.com. Go check out that email today. Just email us if you have questions or anything. We'll take care of you. Again, it is only available for new BetUS customers. So if you haven't already, you got to do it quickly here. Go check that out. Again, it's chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is Cowboys125 if you want to get in on that deal. Then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. I do want to look ahead a little bit right now to where things currently sit for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of the playoff picture. The Cowboys are 4-9. Obviously, the Giants are not technically losing or have lost, but they're going to lose to the Cardinals. That game's in reality over. It's like a 3-score game as you said you're filming this. Washington holds that division lead then at 5-7 with a advantage over Dallas for winning the head-to-head, sweeping the head-to-head. So the Cowboys, hypothetically, when we sit down tomorrow, could be a game back. They're not really a game back, though. This team, in reality, they're not going to do it. They are not going to find a way to win the NFC East. I know some of you are holding out hope. It's done. It's not going to happen. You're cooked. It's simply not going to be the case because the rest of the way, your schedule was not overly difficult. You've got the Niners, you've got the Eagles, and you've got the Giants. Maybe you win a game or even somehow you get lucky and win 2 of those. I think that's pretty darn unlikely. I think what's a lot more likely is you lose out and you finish 4-12 this year, and you might end up with a top 5 pick. Now, this game for the Jaguars, by the way, assumes a loss. They're also getting blown out, so it's a pretty safe assumption there. Jets and Jags, you got 4 wins now. You're not going to catch them. The Bengals at 2-10-1, you're not going to be able to catch those either. So in reality, you're not getting a top 3 pick. Now, the Chargers might help you out enough that you can get back to that 4 spot. I kept 5 out because the Cowboys were 5. There's a lot of other games going on, so We'll check in again on Monday and see exactly where the Cowboys currently sit in terms of the draft order. But in the end, they're going to have a high draft pick. They're not going to win the division. It's time to embrace the tank. So, what do you guys want the Cowboys to do? As I said before today's game, I thought this was a type of game that the Cowboys would be able to win. I thought this would be a matchup that would favor Dallas and allow them to have a little bit more success than what we've seen as of late. I think that made sense, that this was going to be a game in which Dallas was able to win. The Bengals are bad. They're a bad football team. But of course I want a tank in the end. I'm not surprised Dallas won, because as much as we might want it, doesn't mean that the players and coaches are trying to lose. Because if the Cowboys had lost to the Bengals, I'd probably be voicing a lot of concerns about Mike McCarthy. Now I feel at least a little bit better about it. So get your votes in here. W for win or T for tank. I am very much right now on the side of Team Tank. Now, if you guys want to be updated on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys, all you guys got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. That includes all the latest news, the rumors, the draft talk we're going to have a lot of as we move forward. If you want to join the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there, hit that big red button and subscribe today. So keep that in mind. It's simple. It's free. All you guys got to do is go hit that big red button right now. Let's talk now about the offense, the ground game, to wrap things up here. Tony Pollard got himself a little bit more involved in today's showing. He had 11 carries for 39 yards, plus, of course, had that receiving touchdown as well, which I know meant a decent amount for him and everyone else. He had a long of 17 in this one, the 39 yards, also chipped in the end in terms of the passing game. 2 catches, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. If you manage to play Zeke Elliott or play Pollard in your fantasy league, good luck. I played Zeke Elliott this week, and I am once again disappointed. Now, I thought Zeke played better, and in the end, I feel very confident saying that the Dallas Cowboys just found a way to limit him a little bit more. He was coming off the hamstring injury. He was coming off the calf issue as well. I think what ended up happening here is the Cowboys were like, look, man, we got to be cautious with our star player. We have to sit him. We don't want to overwork him in a meaningless game in the end. I thought that was the right decision in the end for the Cowboys. And you know what? From the coaching staff's perspective, it ended up working. The Cowboys found a way to win this one 30-7. They come out on top. The Bengals offense was a disaster. 3 fumbles early on. In the end, I thought that was about what the Cowboys wanted to do. So I will give the Cowboys credit for that one. They come out on top 30-2. Cowboys win 30-7 over the Cincinnati Bengals. An impressive showing for this team in terms of what we've seen in recent weeks. The Cowboys defense, by a wide margin, by the way, had its best showing of the season. I thought that defense had, after watching them struggle in game after game after game after game, they bounced back in a big-time way. So with the win in hand, a 30-7 win, as we'll break this down more in depth, I want you guys to give me your one-word reaction to this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. The Cowboys came out on top. I know some of you are upset because you wanted the Cowboys to lose, and I do understand that, because in the long run, you can make a good argument that this might be the best half for this Dallas Cowboys team. But in the end, I think that's okay to win games. You're not going to win very many of these down the stretch. So to get a win, I think is nice for this organization. That is helpful for them when it's all said and done. So the Cowboys come out on top. Give me your one-word reaction in the comments section. Let's talk revenge game now for the Cowboys. That indeed was one Andy Dalton. He put together a not perfect, but a pretty solid showing nonetheless. I don't think he had his best performance in the end. There were definitely some missed opportunities that Dalton had out there. He finishes this game, by the way, 16 of 23. He throws for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns on top of that. So Dalton Was he perfect? No, he certainly was not. But I thought he had one of his better games of the season because Dalton has been a little inconsistent. Now, I do want to point out one play in particular in which Dalton had a better opportunity. Amari Cooper on a double move, and he just didn't take advantage of it. And it would have been nice to have seen Dalton try to press that shot downfield. Now, it was a completion. It went to CeeDee Lamb. It's tough to complain that much about it when it's all said and done. But I do think if you're the Cowboys, you're open for a little bit more out of Dalton. It's tough to complain too much. 30-7, of course, was the final score in this one. Things went pretty well overall for the Cowboys and for the offense. The ground game was nothing special, but it worked out pretty decently overall. But Dalton was steady, and I think this was the type of game that this is what you were hoping to get out of Andy Dalton when you signed him. He's not the best player on this team. We simply have to accept that. He is not going to be the awesome elite quarterback who needs Dak Prescott type of guy that some people out there wanted to say. But I thought he played pretty well, and that's good enough for the Cowboys. They got the win. That's steady enough for him. So who do you think was the MVP in this game? Maybe give it to Dalton. He's the quarterback. He played against his old team. Give him the game ball, so to speak. I think the entire defense might end up having a very good argument for that one because they completely shut down the Bengals' everything in this game. So let me know in the comments. In fact, I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. Who was the MVP for Dallas against the Bengals? Let's go now to some defensive talk. Now, there was the report before the game from Ian Rappaport that said, hey, that Mike Nolan's in trouble. The full expectation is that Mike McCarthy comes back, but they might make some changes elsewhere, and Mike Nolan is the obvious candidate there to potentially be moved on from and fired. And the defense has been bad this year. It was at least nice and reassuring a little bit to see the Dallas Cowboys put together their best defensive performance of the season. Now, I do want to throw in one big but here. The Bengals are terrible. They don't have Joe Burrow. Their offensive line is worse than the Dallas Cowboys. They're bad. Brandon Allen was okay. Ryan Finley was terrible once he got put in the game. Couldn't handle any type of pressure. They didn't run the ball very well. More importantly, the Cowboys forced 3 critical takeaways. And I think that was arguably the most important part of this game for the Dallas Cowboys. To get those takeaways, that's the reason they won this game. I think that matters for them in the end. But of course, this is a bad football team. So what I want to know from you guys right now is, do you still want to move on and fire Mike Nolan? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section here. If you want to fire Mike Nolan, I want you guys to type in FN in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to move on from Mike Nolan? If that's the case, I want everyone watching live right now. We're watching on demand after the show gets posted here. Type in your FN in the comments section. So I am still down to move on from Mike Nolan. I do feel better that the Cowboys had a little bit more success today, moving the ball downfield and all of that, and the defense stepping up a lot better than I did previously. But you know what? That doesn't mean this is a good team. So I still want to move on from Mike Nolan. I feel better about this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Also have a deal available for you guys for the rest of the day. If you are a new BetUS customer, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code that you see on screen right now. That is Cowboys125. You go there, that'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. And for today only, a Dak Prescott jersey as well. If you want that, you got to email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. That is cowboys@chatsports.com. Go check out that email today. Just email us if you have questions or anything. We'll take care of you. Again, it is only available for new BetUS customers. So if you haven't already, got to do it quickly here. Go check that out. Again, it's chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is Cowboys125 if you want to get in on that deal. Then email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. I do want to look ahead a little bit right now to where things currently sit for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of the playoff picture. The Cowboys are 4-9. Obviously, the Giants are not technically losing or have lost, but they're going to lose to the Cardinals. That game's in reality over. It's like a 3-score game as we sit here filming this. Washington holds that division lead then at 5-7 with a advantage over Dallas for winning the head-to-head, sweeping the head-to-head. So the Cowboys, hypothetically, when we sit down tomorrow, could be a game back. They're not really a game back, though. This team, in reality, they're not going to do it. They are not going to find a way to win the NFC East. I know some of you are holding out hope. It's done. Not going to happen. You're cooked. It's simply not going to be the case because the rest of the way, your schedule was not overly difficult. You've got the Niners, you've got the Eagles, and you've got the Giants. Maybe you win a game or even somehow you get lucky and win 2 of those. I think that's pretty darn unlikely. I think what's a lot more likely is you lose out and you finish 4-12 this year, and you might end up with a top 5 pick. Now, this game for the Jaguars, by the way, assumes a loss. They're also getting blown out, so it's a pretty safe assumption there. Jets and Jags, you got 4 wins now. You're not going to catch them. The Bengals at 2-10-1, you're not going to be able to catch those either. So in reality, you're not getting a top 3 pick. Now, the Chargers might help you out enough that you can get back to that 4 spot. I kept 5 out because the Cowboys were 5. There's a lot of other games going on, so we'll check in again on Monday and see exactly where the Cowboys currently sit in terms of the draft order. But in the end, they're going to have a high draft pick. They're not going to win the division. It's time to embrace the tank. So, what do you guys want the Cowboys to do? As I said before today's game, I thought this was a type of game that the Cowboys would be able to win. I thought this would be a matchup that would favor Dallas and allow them to have a little bit more success than what we've seen as of late. I think that made sense. That this was going to be a game in which Dallas was able to win. The Bengals are bad. They're a bad football team. But of course I want a tank in the end. I'm not surprised Dallas won because as much as we might want it, doesn't mean that the players and coaches are trying to lose. Because if the Cowboys had lost to the Bengals, I'd probably be voicing a lot of concerns about Mike McCarthy. Now I feel at least a little bit better about it. So get your votes in here. W for win or T for tank. I am very much right now on the side of Team Tank. Now, if you guys want to be updated on everything going on around the Dallas Cowboys, all you guys got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on anything going on around America's team. That includes all the latest news, the rumors, the draft talk we're going to have a lot of as we move forward. If you want to join the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there, hit that big red button and subscribe today. So keep that in mind. It's simple. It's free. All you guys got to do is go hit that big red button right now. Let's talk now about the offense, the ground game to wrap things up here. Tony Pollard got himself a little bit more involved in today's showing. He had 11 carries for 39 yards, plus, of course, had that receiving touchdown as well, which I know meant a decent amount for him and everyone else. He had a long of 17 in this one, the 39 yards, also chipped in the end in terms of the passing game. 2 catches, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. If you manage to play Zeke Elliott or play Pollard in your fantasy league, good luck. I played Zeke Elliott this week, and I am once again disappointed. Now, I thought Zeke played better, and in the end, I feel very confident saying that the Dallas Cowboys just found a way to limit him a little bit more. He was coming off the hamstring injury. He was coming off the calf issue as well. I think what ended up happening here is the Cowboys are like, look, man, we got to be cautious with our star player. We have to sit him. We don't want to overwork him in a meaningless game in the end. I thought that was the right decision in the end for the Cowboys. And you know what? From the coaching staff's perspective, it ended up working. The Cowboys found a way to win this one 30-7. They come out on top. The Bengals offense was a disaster. 3 fumbles early on. In the end, I thought that was about what the Cowboys wanted to do. So I will give the Cowboys credit for that one. They come out on top 30-7.